try this one more time. Let's try this one time. I'm gonna share it too, and then I'll get out the way for y'all to come in and join. Let's try this one more time. I'm gonna share the live. Where my phone goes. So tonight, like I said, my apologies. I had to go off. I had to write them real quick, then come back on. Had to get my daughter together. Share the live with your first five. Share the live with your first five. I'm trying to post it too. So yesterday, for those that joined us, we did a quick little insight of what astrology is. It's something new that you want to connect with the individuals or understand about your partner, because you have your Venus, you have your Mars, you have your descendant, you have your... Look, I'm still new to it, so I'm just trying to grasp the concept and trying to understand it, but I sent my information, both me and the wifey's information, and we are about to get our reading tonight. You know, hold on, let me go ahead and tap in and bring the brother in. Anyway, all right, Shalom Chantel. You ready? And I'm bringing Shalom Chantel on. They ain't been on for a minute. So, what up, brother?
What up, what up, what up?
Yeah, I got the wifey's coming. We got a special guest. I got my daughter. She didn't want to go to bed. She's like, nah, I'm staying up for this too. So, let me get the wifey's in. I'm going to sit back here so you guys can.
We snitching tonight, buddy. We snitching tonight.
We are with. This is my astrologist right here. This is my zodiac queen right here.
Peace to the queen. What's happening? What's happening?
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, I'm blessed by the best and too sexy to be stressed. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, so I was telling him a little bit about it, right? I was telling him a little about what all this is, kind of like the reading and understanding that you do get, especially that your Venus looks different from your actual zodiac. So, you know, and that's what you really like build off the relationship with.
Exactly, because your love language is, they measure it by this test that you take. And the test is relative, like how you feeling that day. So you may take it one week and then you'd be like, oh yeah, my love language is gifts and reaffirming words. And then you take it the next week or 2 weeks later, you angry at somebody and now you want physical touch. You know, physical touch is your style, but you cannot change your birthday. So I learned astrology the fastest because I was in a lot of poly communities, like on Facebook and stuff years ago, right when I started learning astrology. And I was just like, so, you know, I was asking the regular questions that everybody else asked, you know, romance and finance, and came to find out that the Venus aspect is more important than what your sun sign is. So when I saw y'all, I was just like, because I'm just a fan. I'm just like watching. I'm just like, wow, where's their Jupiters at? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's the transiting moons at? Like, what did they do on this last full moon? I'm like, the whole thing is magical. And so the other night, like 4 nights ago, I was sitting on the back porch, and then I just came on Instagram, and I was just like, man, I need to see. And I was like, F that. I was like, Sade, put this together, because I need to be nosy. I need to see. Because y'all have a success model. Like, why do you think all the banks are successful? Because they saw the first bank, and they was just like, we're going to just set it up after all these banks. Y'all, to me, are like a bank. You know what I'm saying? And people are watching to see what y'all system is. But your system is still based off of numbers.
I love that. I love that. Look, I'm ready to get it on. I'm telling you, I'm taking shots every time I hear something I agree with, so I be like, the stars speaking.
Queens, will y'all tell him he can't take shots while he holding the baby?
Look, I have a cup for it. No.
I think we should start with his chart. What do y'all think, ladies? Who chart should we start with before we get into all three? Well, first off, I'd like to know, what are y'all backgrounds in astrology?
I have none. And you mean a background in astrology? So I'm interested in just the different signs, and just, I'm a people reader. So I want to see how people go, what makes them go, what they align with, you know, how to step and everything like that. And yeah, so I'm interested in that.
Okay, and so I get who is who. Who is who? So who is Shalon?
I'm Shalon.
And that would make you Chantel.
I hope so.
I know, that's it. That's all we got. I ain't got no more choices, right? So let me do the like basic breakdown so you'll be able to follow what's about to happen. So when you have an astrological chart, it's round. And then inside this astrological chart, we look at the whole round thing like a university. Then it's divided into 12 sections because there's 12 zodiac signs. Each of these sections are called houses. But in a university, we're just going to call these classrooms. So we got the whole university, then we got 12 classrooms. Now, where the planets are, which includes the sun, the moon, Mars, Venus, Gemini, Mercury, all of that, those are professors. Each of these planets has a different energy that they're expressing. And when you were born, you was like, this is the chart I need. So when you came down through your mama, it was like a camera took a picture of where the heavens were, and that's your astrological chart. But the planet, the sun, is only to tell your ego. So, Shalon, you're a Leo. So maybe when you was coming through high school, you first heard about horoscopes, you was like, how do Leos and Aquariuses go together? How do Leos and Geminis go together? Well, you're only, the sun as a professor only teaches ego and love, not relationships. So you wouldn't want to know what your sun sign is to tell you how you do relationships. You wouldn't want to go to the moon either because the moon is how emotional you are, how you nurture your relationship with your mother. Mercury is how you think. I like this one. This is what we talked about the other night because like what y'all doing, if you was to invite somebody else into y'all's relationship, you want to know what type of mindset they have. You don't want to just let nobody just come in here who's like mentally crazy. You can look at the chart and see the mental. But the planet Venus describes the relationships. So if everybody that's in the chat, if you know where your Venus is at, please put your Venus. So people be like, oh, my sun is in Taurus and my rising sign is Virgo and my moon is in Libra. That's not enough information to do any type of compatibility. It's not even enough information to tell someone really about how you do relationships. Your sun, moon, and rising is the same thing as saying, this is my ego. This is how people see me when I come outside. And this is my nurturing ability. But what is the different ways? There's 12 different ways you can be in a relationship. And poly couples are going to hell in a handbag faster than mono couples because you got more people involved. And I was just like, so why don't you get some clarity before you go into this right here? Instead of saying, you know, are the women going to fight, or like who's going to stay where, or who's going to take care of the kids or whatever? Like, how does Alex relate? How does Chantel relate? So we're going to look at Alex first because he thought he was going to come in here and look at y'all first and crack jokes. So we're going to look at the ladies. So during the audience, you just look at the ladies' faces to see how accurate I am about Alex tonight. We're going to start with Alex. So if they spend a lot of time trimming around and looking at him like this, that means I'm doing good right there. Okay. So I'm going to do Alex, and then whoever wants to go next, I'm going to do them next. And then after I do y'all three individually, then I'm going to put the whole thing together. Because last night when I was looking, I saw something like extraordinary. I was just like, oh, that's how they doing it. Woo-wee. But I got to explain it separate first. So let me get over here and get into Mr. Alex. So,
I gotta get like that. Gotta get the
Alex's Venus is in Gemini. So he feels he has plenty of love to go around for more than one person. He's allergic to like just saying, I'm gonna just be with one person. This ain't because I saw his interviews and y'all in Portah family. He's not built for that. He also gets bored very quickly with people. You got to be able to have good communications with him, and he's very sapiosexual. If he's gonna try to get at you, he's gonna make sure he stimulates the mind first because he wants his mind stimulated too. So he could probably be a hell of a flirt, kind of frisky, stuff like that right there. Always got something quick to say though. That mouth of his, boy, I know y'all have to watch out for that slick tongue of his, because he'll say whatever. Also, him being a Taurus, this is when it like does matter just a little bit about the sun sign. Tauruses are they're all about resources and food and fun. So when women say, ooh, I want security and I want money and stuff like that, the biggest money sign in the 12 houses, in the 12 signs, is the Taurus. So y'all found someone who says, hey, I'm not stingy, but don't ever owe him any money though. Don't ever owe him any money and don't pay him. It's a wrap. He's finished with you. Do not owe him some money.
It's the moral. It's the principle. It's the.
I'm talking about he could have just hit a lick like on 100 grand and you owe him $5.
It's the.
2 cents. 2 cents.
Oh, not 5, 2 cents.
It's the principle of the matter.
It's the principle of the matter.
And that memory. He gonna remember it.
Also, I know one of y'all has to keep up with when he gets hungry, because when he's when he's hungry, he's right at hangry, and y'all know don't let him get to that level. So somebody has to be monitoring his stomach. Which one of y'all is that?
He might have his own damn stomach. Yeah.
So when he gets hungry, y'all just be like, he better go get something to eat.
Nah, we probably hungry too.
Yeah. We sound a good cooking schedule. We rotate cooking, so we sound a good cooking schedule.
Okay, well, don't let him get angry. When he probably says what y'all want to eat, he ready to eat like somewhere within 45 minutes. If he asks you twice, he really ready. He really getting hungry.
It's either something being cooked, something in the works, something on its way, something. We don't go hungry over here.
We'll never make it past the 45.
Yes. Now, one thing about Alex is the sign of Libra is the sign of relationships. He's not reckless. He's not even able to be reckless because Libra is also an indicator of how you do relationships. And he has Saturn in Libra. So Libra is relationships. Saturn is the professor of integrity. So what his message is all about: integrity in relationships. Be fair. Don't lie. This is the way we proceed. Da, 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 da. And if he was to try to do something slick or out of integrity, he would be brought down to his knees very quickly. So he probably has messed up some relationships in the past from trying to be, or just not being a real stand-up dude. So that's probably one of the things that y'all admire about him is he's a stand-up guy. He's a softie too. Y'all don't talk about his soft side. He's very intuitive. He's very intuitive, and he is romantic. He can't help it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he needs to be more scientifically inclined, but he's romantic when it comes to like relationships and stuff like that. He just on the low end, he may lie about his feelings sometimes. So sometimes he may go deep into his feelings, or you may be like, boo, what's going on? And he just tell a lie and just be like, oh, ain't nothing wrong or something like that. So it's
now you telling my secrets. Right now.
But this is important because women should know how to support their man emotionally and what is their man's emotional tendencies, because it's 12 types. So you can't look and be like, well, I do emotions like this. You need to do emotions like I do. No, they should need to acknowledge and how you do relationships, where your rules and regulations at, and how you do emotions. But it's three of y'all, and all y'all got different birthdays, so it's not gonna work out where everybody is on the same page all the time. Who wants to go next? Who wants some of this next?
Who's on 10 next? No, you hit me on point, though. Let me say it this way. Everything was very on point. Everything was very on point. Even the money situation. You could be my kid, I'm calling. I'll let you $5. You know, everything was very on point.
I'm gonna also get into some predictions for y'all too, but let me get through some basics first. So, Shalon, you next.
Yeah, I'll go.
All right. Hmm. So Shalon comes out here in these streets, Miss Feline herself, Team Leo in the building, and your relationship language is Virgo. And Virgo is, I need a plan. When you met Alex, that nigga had better had a plan. If somebody else is trying to date you, you need to know what the plan is. And you're the perfectionist in the relationship. It as long as the plan is going cool, you're going cool too. But as soon as the plan starts to deviate, you start wondering what's going on. Like, I thought we put boundaries down here for certain reasons, that these are the things that go in this way. If you drink a little too much alcohol, you are Queen Petty. Okay? So we don't want you to be Queen Petty, but you have it in you to be Queen Petty on the low level. But as Michelle Obama says, we just want you to choose the high road. You're all about healthy too, healthy relationships, community, serving other people. You're always checking on everybody. How you doing? What's going on? You straight? What's going on? You don't want nobody sneezing. You don't want nobody. You the one that's gonna keep the paper towels to white people's noses and stuff like that. That's a Virgo. Now you could be, I don't want to say materialistic. That's on the low end, but you are also about your bread too, because since Virgo is an earth sign and Alex has an earth sun, he shines light on the way that you do relationships. So ladies, when you find out what your relationship language is, you need to know what element it is. So like Alex, his relationship language is air. Shalon, yours is earth, right? What does earth like? Earth like other earths. So when he comes in the building with those resources and good food and stuff like that, and wanting to cuddle or wanting to be very sensual, Tauruses are very sensual. We like because we're ruled by the planet Venus, even though he doesn't have Venus in even though he doesn't have Venus in Taurus, his ego is sensual, right? He probably think he Don Juan or something like that, walking around there sometimes, probably. Your moon, the way you do emotions, is in Gemini, Shalon, and you're very intuitive. You get a message and be like, you don't even know how you got it sometimes. It just come down. I would be putting you on the roof and be like, man, how we gonna solve this? I just turn around and look at you for a second, and you like, why y'all looking at me? Just sit there and think. You should be one of the main leaders of meditation, because your moon is in an air sign. So that means air is communication, moon is intuition. So trust your intuition. How do you feel? How connected are you to your intuition?
I think I'm pretty connected with my intuition pretty well.
Do you have like instincts or something and find out something before it happens?
Sometimes I can.
Open yourself up more into that. That's your thing. That's your thing. Do that. Wow. You also have a lot of integrity in relationships too. So you and Alex have Saturn in Libra. So this shows a karmic tie And when I do astrology, I don't talk about this is just y'all's first time meeting. Y'all have been around each other for several lifetimes. So I don't know like what your spiritual background. That's another thing too. A lot of people, because we came up in the church, they didn't tell us that you could be following other people lifetime after lifetime. This is not the first time that y'all been together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all could have been together and it could have been, let's just say it wasn't harmonious, but y'all signed some kind of cosmic contract and y'all gonna keep finding each other until it's harmonious. So it seems like to me, this is more harmonious than any other times that are in the past. But looking at that, I can definitely tell that you and Alex know each other from a past lifetime. And now I want to get to Chantel. Ooh.
This is like it's spicy.
Where I get spicy?
What happened?
Seasoning my shit.
I told y'all this way gets spicy.
He said, I'm going to get the tequila right now. This is the one I've been waiting on.
I miss helping Shalon. I had to get candy for Soraya.
You got her candy?
Yeah,
So-
calm it down, kid. You see, she behaving.
So, Chantel, you really ain't even, you like, I'm gonna have to use my sister for example. So my sister is like very gifted, right? And so, but these gifts that she has, a lot of other people don't have them. And so she'll just be looking at other people like, why don't they just do it like I do it? And then I have to remind her, I'll be like, yo, you a unicorn. So, ma'am, the situation that 90% of women are looking for, you just fell into it. Like, ugh. Like, your Venus is in Taurus. So whenever Alex is around on the telephone, hitting you with a text, his big daddy light is shining down on the way you do relationships. And you love it. This is your position, how you receive him. I got the backup from the camera. This is how you are. You're the cup, and he's the ocean, and you can't get enough. But he don't know that the bottom of your cup, you just like take the bottom out. Just pour it all through here. Just pour it all through here. And when a woman finds out whenever anybody finds out where their Venus is at, if somebody comes and shines light on it, it just makes them more comfortable. So immediately when I see his sun shining on your Venus, like I'm with that, like check, 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 check. Because a lot of women come to me and say, what about this dude? And what about that dude? And what about this? I see this right here 20% of the time. And you can't force someone to be what you're looking for, but you found what is best for you. You don't have to look. You know what I'm saying? Like, it may gas his head up when you be like, that's all I need right there. But astrologically, that is all you need is that right there. That's him. Just all you gotta do is feed him and wind him up. He's good to go. He's good to go. And don't mess with, but the other thing is where y'all go good together is don't mess with your money either. Because you don't play that either. You very want to know where's the paper at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
We're gonna grab my tequila bottle real quick. Hold on, because you're already getting some. I need to grab my tequila. Now,
why you wait a minute, what happened, Shalon? Why you was laughing, Shalon? What happened?
Oh, I told her click her finger because I told her run me my money.
Cause she knows she owes me some money.
Okay. Okay. So Chantel But Chantel, like, it's your destiny to be a hard worker, to move in integrity, and your money, like the big money you want, is gonna come in the second part of your life. So you have to make sure that you stay healthy. All you got to do is just outlast folks. Yours is coming, but you can't get it early. People who have big Capricorn placements like you, your money's coming later on in life. So whatever you got now is a preview. It's not the thing. So all you gotta do is just stay healthy and stay out of trouble. Um, but it's gotta be done in character. You gotta get out your feelings though, because you used to be all sensitive and stuff in the past and cry and all this other type. That was in past lifetimes. You don't have to really nurture people like you used to no more. Okay? So if they bigger than that baby back there, they don't need to be hanging on the breast. You know what I'm saying? If they 25, 35, 45, you don't need to be breastfeeding them. Yes, she does have a cap stellium. She has Lilith, Uranus, Neptune, North Node, and Midheaven, all in Capricorn. So that means like it's a concentration of character because Capricorn stands for character type energy. You're the one, like, it's good that you got three honest people in the room together. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all can make it and turn it into a relationship. This is very good. I like this. We have to watch your mouth though, Chantel, because you don't want to start an argument, especially when we go out somewhere. You know what I mean? Like, quickly, don't care. Like, I said what I said. That's you. And if it was gonna be a movie role and they need a ghetto girl to snap her fingers and roll her neck, that'll be you. You pick. Yes, you can. We're not talking about that you do it all the time. I'm just telling the folks that you have it in you and you can do it well.
Yet. No, because she doesn't do it all the time. She's calmed down a lot. But if I ever have a situation, I know I don't ever have to react off rip because she gonna react off the rip right then and there. No, and she gonna handle that off the. Oh, this is what I was saying. She my fire energy. This is what you needed. Now you see where you got her. I told you not to do that because all she needed was just the green light. Now she hit. This is
and words don't even have to be spoke. You can just walk in with the wrong energy and she already feels that shit. She already going. I don't like the energy you came up with. Oh what? What a mess.
Chantel, what's this right here, Chantel? What's this?
Fishing.
Yeah, I need you to reel that in a little bit, okay? Just
You ain't hear his sentence. I calmed down a
yeah,
lot.
she calmed down a lot. Yeah. She been running it in. Yeah. You was about to pull it out. You was about
Chantel, I don't want no smoke, okay? I'm clear over here that what I don't want is what you have. I don't want it. I want to be with you. I'm trying to be whatever team you on. How can we make some money? Whatever we can do. Let's get some bread together. Let's build the brands a little further out wide. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they don't want to cross you. You need to be training people in the skill of debating or something like that. Like, do you have a podcast by yourself?
Not by myself. I was gonna get to it, but not by myself.
You need to be like, you need a podcast yesterday morning.
Okay.
I told her.
Yesterday morning, because you have Mars and Gemini too. So have you ever been a massage therapist or worked with your hands or made jewelry or something?
Yeah, I went to school for massage therapy.
And what about fighting and putting your hands on somebody?
I can fight.
Mars and Gemini. Hey man, listen, can y'all chill? I'm talking to the queen. Y'all over here all laughing. Can y'all really talk to me? Why they over here laughing, man? We just talking.
You're hitting on the head. Man. Hey, I love it. Yeah, you're hitting on things that I love about her that make her character.
It's better.
It makes Chantel. So.
Say it again.
It makes Chantel.
It's better to just break out the massage table though, or and get it like that. You know what I mean? That it's better like that, and always keep her hands busy. And I wouldn't be surprised if you had a knife or gun or two, but that's none of my business. We're not asking for you to verify. We're not asking. Do not listen. We're in the public. I'm just telling you what could be going on, but do not verify at all what we're talking about. Okay, that's we're just over here looking at this situation. Also, so now I want to look at all three of y'all together because I want to get to the part that was making me get all excited. Put that right there. Put that right there. Okay. All of you, where y'all all meet at, this is the crazy part. Y'all all meet with the money. All of y'all meet in Taurus, but it's value. All of you have something. The big one I'm looking at is in Taurus. So, Shalon, your Chiron is where you were wounded as a child. This means that someone did not value you. They didn't give your value the ashe when you were growing up. They didn't respect the value that you brought. When you heal this, you'll be able to heal others in that same thing. Everybody on the planet has one of 12 injuries like this. It's called a childhood wounding. It's Chiron, right? And everybody talking about inner child, but if you look in your chart, look at your Chiron, you can go directly to it. Now, a person who has Chiron in Taurus loves Taurus people. Look behind you. You love Taurus people. All you have to do is stand there. He don't even have to talk. His light makes you like he's healing that childhood wound just standing there. He can be laying there sleeping. You can just be looking at him and he'll be radiating energy, healing your childhood wound. Then here comes Chantel with a Venus in Taurus. She nurtures you just by sitting there. She could put her hand around you and be like, girl, you good? But she also can just walk in the room and you can feel the energy change when she comes in the room. Not even from just that she got hands, but just because that's y'all's relationship. Your Chiron is getting love from her Venus. She wants the love now. Other thing about Chantel, do you date like other than, I mean, I don't know what y'all dynamics are. Like, do you still date like other people? Because they can't afford you no way. I just about to say. So if you did want to start dating out, you brothers, if y'all wanted to shoot y'all shot, it's going to have to be expensive. She don't like nothing cheap. It's got to be personal and thought out. But she will buy you something nice too, though. Chantel ain't going to buy you nothing cheap, because she don't want nothing cheap, okay? So, Alex, don't be coming home with something you found in the damn Cracker Jack box talking about, let's just dust this off. She like nice things. She like car keys, house keys, receipts for furniture, stuff like that right there. 5K and up. Oh, you ain't got to cook that night. Maybe not that week, but for certain, she like that's her thuggism. And then Alex has the same Chiron as you, Shalon. So both of y'all are healing from the childhood wound of somebody did not recognize y'all's value. But he is like just sitting on Taurus energy, and he has Mars in Taurus. So let me see, because it's children in here. How do I say this?
She sleep.
When his sex drive start running, it's running. You know what I'm saying? When he's hungry, when he's sexually hungry, he wants to be fed. That's the cleanest way I can say it for the streets. And that's that Mars. And a lot of women be talking about, well, I'm not getting ready to get with no man in no poly relationship if he can't satisfy both of us. If you ladies want to know where his sex drive is at, find out where his Mars is. He has a Taurus stellium. He got the sun, which is fire. He got Mars, which is fire. He got Mercury, which is fire. So he either got some freaky stuff on his mind or some money on his mind. And the only two, those are the two ways that he's moving. Get him over there where it's around some coochie or some sex or something like that, where he can be super comfortable. Or over here where some money is at. He don't want to be bothered with. He don't want to be bothered with that. And then, of course, he loves to spoil his children. You know what I'm saying? All Taurus men love spending money on their children. I'm gonna give y'all's ideal business partner too. You got two of them. So, Shalon, your ideal business partner is a Virgo and a Cancer. Virgos and Cancers. You see them, you can make money with them. If you have a product to sell, market to those two people. Those are the two people you want to market. So you'll go look up Cancer keywords and Virgo keywords and use those in your marketing. Chantel, your ideal customer is your husband, a Taurus. He's either always spending money on you, you're spending money on him, or y'all making money together. There's the only three ways it's going. But you're normally in his pocket more than he's in your pocket. But he's your ideal customer. So now when you like right now some marketing, you just spin around and look at him and just be like, what you like about this? What you like about this? And then you just write it out. Your other ideal Sagittariuses. So that's like people, the guru type people, the people who do motivational speaking, flight attendants, airplane pilots, anybody who does a lot of traveling abroad, people who teach English as a second language. Those are your clients. So like, let's say if you want to do some type of class around, telling sisters how to, be a good sister wife, or, how to, whatever. I'm sure you have 20 or 50 courses up here just by being you every day that you could relate. Don't try to sell to everybody. Just sell to Tauruses.
I gotta ask them. What's your sign? What's your sign?
Taurus.
What you said? You a Libra? Never mind.
Because you ain't got to, because those people you're not gonna have to convince. Like, you can still get their money, but if they on the fence, it's all good. I'm coming for these two right here. And then Alex, his money joints is Geminis and Aries. Oh, Shalana, you spending some money on Alex? What's going on out here in these streets?
Tell the Aries.
Oh, you the Aries. Ah, okay. Now, here goes the other one. I'm also a minister. So if it's somebody out here who wants to get married and they want to have somebody who could pull off the type of marriage you want, I'm a minister. But what I do the night before the wedding is I talk to everybody about their spiritual purpose. Because what's going to bind a relationship together is how spiritual you are. The physical and all the other stuff can wear out. But if you're aligned with, and it's not just like religious, but like each one of you has a spiritual destiny. So Shalon, your spiritual destiny is in Leo. Chantel, your spiritual destiny is in Capricorn. And Alex, your spiritual destiny is in Gemini. So I'm going to start with Alex. Alex used to be a know-it-all in the past life. So sometimes it leaks over into this life and he think he know everything. Look at the facial expressions. They're just, Chantel doesn't even want to turn around. She don't even want to. Go ahead, Chantel. You can turn. Go ahead. You can turn and lolook at him one time and just be like, that's where that shit come from? Is that where But Chantel and Shalon, now y'all can tell him It ain't that lifetime for you to know everything. So calm down.
It was
Calm
that past
down.
life.
It's in the past life, brother. Leave what's in the past, okay? Yes. This is about him communicating his purpose to more people. So when you see him on television or getting interviewed or creating some content like this, that's what he's supposed to be doing. He's supposed to be podcasting, writing a book, being in front of the camera, or eventually could be the producer, right? He's like also head of transportation, like ride in the car that he's built because he knows the way. Chantel, Miss Capricorn, woo wee, used to be so clingy in the past, huh? That probably still runs over now. You got to know when to let go. You can't just you don't feel that you as sometimes could be clingy. Let's ask your partners, because some people may just not confess. Fam, is Chantel clingy at any times?
There's times, especially like before when we first started the relationship. She was very clingy, like not very clingy, but there was clingy moments.
Some people might not like that word. Let me ask a different word. When she focuses in, is she very committed?
Oh yeah, definitely.
So how does a crab hold on to things?
They latch.
So on the low end, when she ain't healthy, she could be clingy. On the high end, you're very committed. You're very committed, and it's all about integrity for you. You're Cinderella. No compromises. Whenever you compromise, you lose. You can't compromise. So that's why I'm saying, like, even with the money and stuff like that, you want them to pay you the money so they can have good karma, not just because they owe you. You looking out at the larger picture. You're like, hey, you don't pay me, this is not going to go well, right? So I'm letting you get a chance to, improve your karma because it's about integrity. You said you was going to pay me this money, give me this money. But yours is all about your purpose. Your spiritual purpose is rooted in character, integrity, Cinderella, being honest, working hard, things like that. Because the intuitive side, you already have that. You could just pull that out and just whip something up easily. And then Shalon, yours is in Leo. So that means in the past, you was all humanitarian. You just, oh, them. Honey, it is your lifetime to get on stage and be center stage. Alex don't need to do all the talking. You can come up here and start talking. Like, you have what it takes to be on the center stage. And if you don't want to, then you're going to start to play Erykah Badu's song, I Guess I See You Next Lifetime. Because when you don't live in your purpose, all they do is just wait and just bring you back to do it again. They will send you back as many times as possible until you decide that you're ready to take center stage. And that's like, especially including making people laugh. So is she funny? Does she have a sense of humor?
Yeah, very good sense of humor.
Why don't y'all record it?
Because she's an introvert, you know what I mean? And you have to really pull it out of her. Yeah, like, it depends on the situation. Omnivert. I'm gonna call her omnivert. There's times where she'll be an extrovert in public, but then there's times where she'll just keep to herself.
But she always sees some funny shit.
Yes, but she's always going through some funny shit. I'm gonna go lay her down real quick.
Do y'all have any questions for me? Because I could just it's a lot of stuff going on, but do y'all have any specific questions for me?
So when you kept calling me a Capricorn, you know I'm an Aries. Or was you speaking in the Mars term or the Venus? I don't know.
She said when I kept calling her a Capricorn. Oh, So remember I said it's 12 classrooms, and then it's 13 professors and it's 12 classrooms. So you have a sun in Aries and you have Mercury in Aries. So you got two professors in the same class. So Mercury is teaching about how you think and how you speak. Aries is with the shits. Aries is always starting some shit all the time. So when we put Mercury and Aries together, I knew that your mouth, you had to be able to fight because you'll say something out your mouth and it'd be very sharp and crisp. But Capricorn is where you have 4 other professors at. And so when you have a group of people, remember how they say black people standing together, they draw heat? Well, you have these 4 planets together, and one planet is your raw sexual energy, which is Lilith. And it's an earth sign, so your husband loves it. Then you have Uranus in Capricorn. Uranus is the planet of sudden change, spontaneity. Then you have Neptune, which is your spiritual grandmother. It's also your fantasies, and it's also your higher ideals and meditations, the way that you pray or meditate. And then you have the North Node, which is like the GPS in the car. What is your spiritual destiny? Aries doesn't have anything to do with your spiritual destiny. Think of Aries as the engine in the car. The engine, God bless you. The engine makes the car run. So Aries is what makes the car move. But if you get lost, do you blame the engine or do you blame the GPS? You blame the GPS. So the GPS, your GPS is in Capricorn. So it's the direction that you're going that's important. So now I have to say, if I was doing a wedding, I would say, Alex and Shalon, will y'all support her growth in this area? I will know what the spiritual area of growth is. If they're not going to support you, then why would you even be with them? Like, that's why I do polyastrology anyway. Why are you wasting time with somebody who ain't going to support what you got? Because you can't be something outside of what you came in here with these charts. As they say, millionaires use accountants, billionaires use astrologers. So if somebody's going to support you spiritually, y'all already been circling each other for lifetimes already. Why don't we just go ahead and get it right this time? Does that make sense?
That's facts. Yeah, that's facts.
Who else got a question? Oh, wait. Chantel too. Here you got that moon in Scorpio. So you, Alex, you got 2 very intuitive wives here. It's tough to get something by them. And Chantel, she was fessing up early, like, I just walk in and read the energy. But you the secretive one too. Like, look how she's just watching me. She's just like, I'm not giving up no information. He gonna have to read and look through this tinted glass before I tell anything. Like, no way. So hiding, Chantel is the one that will hide her feelings. Whereas Alex might lie about his, Chantel just gonna hide hers. You shouldn't even see. She has the resting bitch pose all the time. You don't need to know what her emotions is. You don't need to know what I'm happy or sad. Don't read me because I'm busy reading the room. I'm busy reading the everything in here. So don't be trying to read me. Okay? That's Chantel.
You hit that on the head. I had to actually learn to actually take the time to read her. Start reading her through her action, her responses to realize when she is in her emotion.
I got the tip for you. You ready? This one is the only. I'm gonna give you the key, husband. When you think you need to read her, don't say, honey, would you care to share? Because now she'll open up more if she gives herself permission to tell you. She don't want nobody telling her that she got to open up. She'll shut all the way down. She'll get all, when it's time to get depressed, Chantel said, let me go ahead and go first. I go on and get down there. But that's not a space we want her to get at. So it is good to check on her. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody needs You don't have to be crazy to need a therapist, but we all need somebody to talk to where we can get some of these secrets out. And but she not snitching though ever. Let me tell you that right now. She know all the stuff. She not telling nothing. Y'all can hang that shit up. Just go ahead and take me downtown. Let me know what my bond is. Maybe you see doing all this cross examination. I already know my rights, bro. Just go ahead and put the cuffs in. The kids good. I'll be out in 3 hours. Just go downtown.
My baby good. What's up?
Just take me downtown. I'm good. Man, what happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? I ain't seen nothing. Well, you got the blood right here on your hands. You still holding the pistol. I ain't seen nothing. I don't know what's going on. Somebody said, has anyone ever told her they can't figure her out? I know they have, but Chantel, how long has that been going on?
All my life.
And there we have it. And you bossy too. You're not bossy. You like, let's call you executive-ish instead of bossy. She's executive-ish. Okay? Who's in charge and where are they of this situation? Chantel the one always want to talk to the supervisor at Chick-fil-A if something ain't right.
That's how you get it done.
Bro, you hit that so much on the head.
If it's suitable for a complaint, oh yeah, who I need to talk to?
Let me speak to the manager.
Excuse me.
But that's
But it's
where
not all
you.
the time.
I know, but they don't want to see you and Shalon together because she over there with her arms crossed, like, yeah, what? What's up?
Oh, yeah.
All the way.
All right, okay,
All
look,
the way.
I gotta share this story
All the
because
way.
you hit that so far on the head. I was at work one time. I told him go handle a situation for Chantel's car. Next phone call I get is like they tripping. I'm like, what do you mean? Shalon was like, oh no, we about to jump these people in here. I'm like, wait, what are you talking about? Hey, what are y'all doing? Bro, you both of them together? I was like, y'all can't, no, get out of her face. Oh, she over here, she doing that. I'm like, I'm at work. What are y'all doing? Like, it became something where I couldn't really put him in a situation to go handle together because I didn't know the outcome.
Shalon, please tell me he's exaggerating. Please let me know that he's exaggerating at this point.
If you speak to me nicely, I will speak to you
Not
nicely.
exaggerating. That's just one incident. Because there was another incident when they went to go throw a tire at the company. I can name some situations. That's all.
We need to find the best bail bondsman in Houston right now. I think that's what we need to find out. What's the best bail bondsman out here in these streets? Make sure everything is kosher. Hold on, let me see if somebody will bury the body. Let me see who that is.
Oh, no, Jesus.
Yeah. Shalon, you a little unpredictable with yours too. You know what I'm saying? Anybody ever told you that? You was a little unpredictable?
Just a little bit, yeah.
Wheel that in just a little bit.
He ain't whispering. Go to sleep.
Wheel that in just a little bit. And then let me see, let me look back over here. Alex, I had asked them that they have any questions. If you had any questions, this is a good time because I want to get into the financial too. I want to get into more about the money, honey. What's coming up with the?
I ain't got no questions as so far. I will say that you have been hitting a lot of things on the head, like a lot of things, especially just how our relationship is, how we maneuver individually, a lot of things that we see it within each other. Yeah, they've been on point, like very much on point.
How flirtatious is he, ladies? How flirtatious is he?
That's a bad question. Let's go to the next question.
No, I'm asking. They can talk for themselves, bro. You can't be talking over them because you the man and stuff. They can talk for themselves, ladies. How flirtatious is he?
Do we gotta put it on a scale?
On a scale of 1 to 10.
Okay, it depends. like flirtatious towards us or other people, or
Let's get
just
both numbers. Let's get the in-house flirtation and let's get the out-house flirtation.
so like the in-house, it depends on the mood, but yeah, I would say he's pretty flirtatious. He leaves a lot in the windows though. He's not really like directly straight shoot. So that, I mean, maybe it's the game of the chase that he wants to play. I'm not sure, but that's how I took it. Outside of the house, he likes the attention, so he would rebuttal. He would never initiate the flirting. But like if somebody, oh, he'd put on the extra, oh, thank you, some extra dance with the response. But it's not a, oh, come here, girl, you look good type shit.
Is he ever at a shortage of lyrics?
No.
Yes. He would repeat some shit, some waka waka, some Pac-Man shit. Like it'll be something funny. Like it'll be, but no, not necessarily shortage, because it would be something that he would come up with something. I can say that he's not sure. It'll
Right.
catch you off guard. So.
What do y'all do to get him out of his head? Because he's in his head a lot. What do y'all do about that?
He's still in his head. I mean, that's still a process. Certain things of uncertainty, so it's trying to just, I don't know, reassure.
Yeah, reassure. Always ask him what's going on with him. Let him have his moment to vent so he can get it out there in the open. It might be something I can help him with at the moment.
Does everybody have their passport?
Mm-mm.
He likes to travel. Y'all need to put him on the road. Put him on the road, ladies. Y'all need passports. He has Jupiter in Sag. His money is out of the country. He got some in the country money and he got some international money. And I'm talking about like on a teaching level. He's supposed to be seeing 5, 10, 15, 20 bands to go speak on stage. Because Europeans want to hear about this from Americans, and he black, get some passports. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is for Alex. So I'm gonna do everybody's money individually first. Then y'all should be able to tell me. Y'all should be able to tell me after y'all hear individually. Y'all should. It should be hands on the chin saying, because now you know who's going first and what type of money is there for you to get. So since there's 12 types of money, don't try to get all of them. Spend 1 year on getting that type of money. So Alex is in the place where he is rebranding. He's like kind of like looking at who he is, how he wants to present himself. He's going through some healing, and it's very rich to him. Next year will be the new presentation of the new Alex, the new Taurus Alex. Also, Jupiter will be in Taurus next year, so it's a huge money year for him next year. And when I say next year, that's like March. So like from March 2023 to March 2024, that's a big money year for him as far as just like, this is what's happening. This is what's happening. So if you falling back and you see your interviews ain't up as high, and, all that, this is the time like when Tupac first got out of prison and he was just in the studio just recording. But after he finished recording, he had to go back to the studio because he had enough stuff to come out. So whatever these ideals that you are, and this is a fresh start for you next year too. So you're in like year 12. So wrap it up. Start thinking about some new ideals. Next is Shalon. Ma'am, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, This is the time for you to stand out there and get your attention. This is if you go get the spotlight right now, in whatever. It doesn't mean like a lot of people, and it doesn't even have to be poly related. But whatever your particular skill is, or whatever that you've been wanting to do, you got a business team right there. You know what I'm saying? Like, go ahead, and it's time to stand out there. Last year you were working on philosophies around money, the way you looked at money. If you didn't read any books on money, I would suggest, Shalon, I want you to read The Richest Man in Babylon at least twice. Then let everybody else in the house read it. The Richest Man in Babylon, because you want to hear this lesson about don't go to brick masons for jewels. Do not go to brick. Once you get to that part in the book, where you read that part where it's a lesson, and there they tell them like, don't go to brick masons for jewels. You'll understand what I was saying. So just get that book. Take you 2 days to read it. You're good to go. And let's see what Chantel got out here. Somebody I saw in the chat, somebody said, how do I get a one-on-one assessment?
Yeah, I was going to just tell you that.
Just go over to www.workwithoye.com. That link right there. And then you can just send me a message, or you can just scroll down to the bottom of the page and we can get it popping. But I do not have any openings this week, though. Not this week. Next week, I got you, but not this week. Oh, Chantel, it's a new you, boo. So Alex need to look at Chantel. What you're like a financial year in front of him. So whatever you're doing, that's what he'll be doing next year. So this year is the new Chantel. Whatever you've been doing, you can't bring that out no more. You have to bring out the new you. So whatever that new ideal is, new thing, let it run. And this is the year for you to introduce it. So introduce it for the next 9-10 months. Then like when March get here and Jupiter goes into Taurus, that's your solar second. That's more money for you. So finish up this year introducing yourself. Do the Jay-Z right now. Allow me to reintroduce myself. Spend the whole year introducing yourself. And now people will start to say, okay, so what you got to sell? Oh, well, I just so happen to have these lights. You know what I'm saying? It's so funny that you would ask me about that. And I also got these car keys over here, and you can like flick the thing out and like stick it up your nose. And this is the new thing right here. I'm trying to tell you. So I'm not sure like what you're working on, but as far as timing, the next 2 years is looking good. And so, Alex, as I was telling Chantel, she's 1 year financially in front of you. So what you see her doing now is what you'll be doing next year. So, and then she's like 3 years in front of you, Shalon. So if we look at how the money is pouring for opportunities, Chantel, you go first. Alex, you go second. Shalon, you go third. And you just keep running the circle like that. Just watch. Watch the person remember like when you in the woods and when they tell you, watch the person in front of you. Watch the person in front of you. That's the lineup right there. So, do y'all have any questions? Or then my question is like, how did I do?
You did very well.
You did very well.
You did great.
Yeah, and hearing about like how it looks for next year, the one part that I ain't gonna lie, the one part that messed me up because I have not told anybody. Like in the background, like you said, I am very passionate about being a speaker, educator, and everything. But one thing I haven't told anybody that I've been working on is producing a couple of things. So when you touched on producer, I'm not gonna lie. I even whispered back here, I was like, oh shit. Because I have not shared that. I shared that probably with 2 people outside of them. So for you to hit on that's what I know. But for you to hit on that was one of those moments where I was like, oh shit, like that. That's it. Because I'm working on a couple of things for that reason. So I'm really impressed. That took me.
And then the massage therapist.
That too. Oh yeah, the massage.
That's how I was just like, oh yeah, I went to school for that. And I did say I do need to do something that keeps my hands busy.
Mm-hmm.
So like, it has to be that. So anything movement, anything hands-on, anything that's my speed.
Chantel, can you get a venue in Houston?
Can I get a venue? Depends on what type of venue.
Why don't you do? Now I want a piece of this. Now, if this go right, I just want just a little 1 or 2%. You know what I'm saying, off the backside. Or if I come down there, I want to get in for free. But you could do a poly paint and sip mixer once a month. A poly paint and sip mixer once a month and limit it to like 20 people. Watch what happens. Because now they're going to be like, first off, you know what, the paint and sip, how that's going to go down. Joker's going to be smoking outside, saucy inside, drawing their stuff. That's your environment. Hands, art, beauty, people. And then you'll be the director, moving through the crowd and stuff like that, drawing yourself, but you made the bread. Then these people are going to be like, so what are we doing next? And waving their credit cards too, like, what are we doing next? So that was just a download I just got. I don't know, but I think you could pull that off. Because
I definitely agree.
Y'all's whole thing is pulling, me too, is pulling it from the underground to the foreground. Why we got it underground? Why we can't have paint and sips? They got paint and sips for everybody, everything else. Mm-hmm. Has there been a poly paint and sip in Houston before?
Yes.
There has?
Yes.
So we have the venues. We have the venues. We have the connections.
Chocolate events. My chocolate events.
No. It was Poly. There was somebody else, but it was at Polypalooza where we attended one.
Okay.
And it was like one of the outside. It was Meech and I'm trying to remember their name, but yeah, it was Meech and his family that actually put the Poly Puffin paint together, and it was a good event. Yeah. And it is something that you can actually bring the people together. And do a couple of demonstration shows. And Houston has such a big poly community that I know we're capable, and that we're a well-known family in this community. So I've been pushing events and been pushing things to actually bring people together. But me, I'm so focused on my on my main projects. It's hard for me to take. I told them what you need me for, I can do with y'all's projects. I just can't be lead on it. I could be assistant, but you guys need to be lead on it and make those things happen.
Mm. So they have this thing called a genius report. And have y'all ever heard of human design?
I never heard it.
Say it again.
Human design.
Oh, Sade was telling me about that. I had told her to send me some information because she had told me you told her about it, and I was like, I need that info. I want to learn about that.
We may have to do a part 2 to this bad boy, and let me look at your human design. So now we have like direction, we have roles, we have energies, and then you can be like, okay, this is what I want to do, da-da-da-da-da. But once we go into like that human design, that's when we start casting that line way out. We pulling it in right now, then we flicking it to where we want, and then we can see like, it's more mathematic. It's easier for me to look at, and it's more mathematically sound, I would say. It's a combination of the I Ching, astrology, and 9 chakras instead of 7 chakras, and the Kabbalah. So when you put all of these together, it's like human design, and y'all running a business. That's why I keep looking. I'm like, I don't look at y'all as a successful family. I look at y'all as a successful business. You know what I'm saying? And businesses grow like this. Businesses don't just go straight like this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the stick and stay. So for me, the three type of poly people who I want to talk to is poly curious. Should I do this? Then I want to talk to poly raggedy. Y'all know what poly raggedy look like. You're like, why are you doing this? Why are y'all even together? Y'all are so jealous. Everybody's insecure. Like this doesn't like this is it's more of a competition than it is genuine love. And then the third type is y'all doing it right. How do we take what y'all doing and scale it? How do we take it and make it move it even to the next level? Do we go into movies? Because it's been some people before y'all, but maybe they was too early, or maybe they was too aggressive, or y'all know the community. Y'all have seen people come before y'all, and business works better when you align it with what your gifts are. When you align it with what your gifts are, it just can go all the way. So y'all have already jumped over like the first three hurdles. There's not a bunch of insecurity. There ain't no bickering and backbiting and fighting. Y'all want to see each other win. You three are unicorns, okay? Y'all are unicorns. Everybody keep like, oh, they're representing poly. No, y'all representing poly done correctly. You know what I'm saying? Because that energy, and I would have seen it. I would have seen and been like, these niggas is fronting. But it's nothing wrong with, like we were talking about last night. I want people to have great relationships. Like these things that I'm talking about aren't just for poly relationships, but poly is what's going to fix things because it's more natural for people if they would just look a little further. Nobody cheated. It's in their chart. He got two ladies. He worked better with a even number. You're not going to be able to have three wives. You're going to have to stay at two, or you're going to have to go to four. That's it. You try to go to three, it's just going to be it's going to be like a three-legged table. It ain't going to stand up straight. So you got two pylons. Now you got to make a decision. If you want to expand, it's going to have to go to four. Otherwise, stay right there and work what you got. Chantel, Chantel, you gave me the look, but you didn't say nothing. What? I felt some energy coming off. Is there any expanding in the plans, Chantel?
Not that I know of.
Lord said, no, not me either. I don't know of anything. Right. So now let's go ahead and say, how do we scale it? How do we take it to the next level? You know what I'm saying? So y'all not gonna get rid of me. I'm gonna be nosy as hell in y'all's chart. You're like, oh, okay, what is going on over there? Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, so this was just like a sample to show people, go find out, because that's where my story was at. I was just watching people argue all the time about what somebody else wasn't doing. They're not for you, but you done wasted so much time. Do you know any poly time wasters? They shouldn't even be called poly couples, where you can look and just be like, I think they're gonna break up soon. You know what I'm saying? But if you break up and you didn't learn from the relationship, you're gonna run into the same thing the next time, because you don't know what to avoid. You don't know what to avoid. You don't know how you relate. You don't know how to communicate that to someone. It's always, as I was saying yesterday, if a woman says she wants a boss and got to have the man to do this and do that, every woman doesn't want a Venus and Leo type man. Every woman doesn't have Venus and Leo. Every woman doesn't have Moon and Scorpio. What you desire, you can find more easily if you know what your chart looks like and you're able to express it to somebody. Y'all are just, like I said, a unicorn. It just came together and worked. Y'all didn't know no astrology. Y'all just came in and was just like, but don't y'all sometimes like feel that this is weird, like how much success that y'all having? Come on now, somebody, I got to interview y'all. Y'all don't ever be like, this is God sent or nothing like that, or what? How do y'all think y'all came together? Who want to explain something?
I'm gonna let. Do y'all wanna say anything?
I don't know.
Me, I'm gonna say this much. Even when we try to tear it apart, like even when we try to distance ourselves from each other, it's one way that we linger back with each other. Because we've separated before. Like we've separated. Like even in the transition right now, we're still figuring the whole thing out. You know, finding the flow of things. But it's like the opportunity of when we reach the point of we're done working it back out and figuring a way to make it flow comes back in, like we can't let go. So it does bring a lot of questions, you know. So it's just like, okay, well, if it's easy enough to let each other go, why do we keep finding? I'm sorry, baby. Why do we keep finding ourselves back in each other's faces, moving as one, moving as a family, moving with love, moving with genuineness, but we don't want to be around each other at those tension moments, you know? And the ability to communicate, the ability to communicate about our issues, you know, and still, because most relationships they don't leave that space. Once I'm done with somebody, most relationships, when I'm done, I'm done. I don't want to talk about who went wrong or why we got to see things, but we always find a way to still come back and connect with each other, even when we reach the point where we're closing doors on each other.
Do y'all watch movies together?
Yeah, we got. Well, I got shows and they watch my shows. They watch.
Yes, Chantel.
Man, we
Yes,
all got shows. We got shows together.
yes, Chantel. What were you about to say, Chantel? What were you about to say?
He take our shows. We have shows. He come in. He pay attention. He watch it. He sit down. Oh, this is my show. When we watch my show, we done already stumbled on that show, man.
I done seen it in the commercials and they take like
Like 6
from
episodes in.
We gotta fill him in, and then he just take the show.
So the movie that I want y'all to watch that y'all are living is The Adjustment Bureau.
Well, I know what you're talking about.
The Adjustment Bureau. So it's, well, you know, of course they ain't gonna make no movies about no poly, but it's about this man and woman, and they have these angels that's trying to keep them apart. But the angels is having hell of a time keeping them separate. They still keep running into each other, and the angels is like, man, you fell asleep. You were supposed to be there at like 4:34, and it's 4:37. You're gonna have to go and catch and try to do this. And just the pull that they have together and how the universe is keeping y'all like that. Like I said, I smell spiritual off of y'all. Y'all don't come across and be like, oh, we're so conscious and we're hotel and all. But I can see the vibration that's off of y'all because it's not a dull light. So The Adjustment Bureau, watch The Adjustment Bureau. It's a movie, so he can't claim that. You know what I'm saying? We all here in public.
I'm still claiming.
We all heard it.
I'm still claiming. I'm gonna this weekend. This weekend, I'm gonna look it up. And be like, let me tell you about a movie I know about.
I found that movie I was telling y'all about.
I stumbled upon this on Netflix.
He done forgot all about
it. It is a crazy thing, and I think, and I want to kind of like touch a little bit, just a little bit more on it, just because even when it was on a personal, individual level, me and Shalon still always work through our issues, even when we claim separation. And then even going through this poly situation, me and Chantel, we go through that situation too as well. It's like something that still draws us back, even though we're trying to push away.
Who were you with first?
Chantel, Shalon. We've been together now for 23 years.
You know I got to look at that right fast. Hold on 1 second, everyone. Hold on. You know I got to be nosy as hell. I have to see. Pause, everyone. Let me get over here and see with that dynamic. Put that right there. Shalon, you sure you ain't got no questions you want to know about why he does a certain thing now? Because I will go and tell it now if you want. Now you got an opportunity. I'm right here. If it's something that you want to be nosy, super nosy about, but I know with 20 plus years, you probably know every damn thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask a question. I'm gonna ask a question for her. So one thing she brought to me, right, and I don't know how many people are on. Let me see real quick. Man, you know, I don't even care. We're about to be very transparent. One question she has brought to me before is why I converted to my maturity and handling situations and being more pushful with my relationship now that Chantel's in the picture. Not saying that I didn't do it with her to that full, you know, where she's seen it, but you know, she feels like I'm more lenient towards things with Chantel as where I was more stern before. But I had told her I had to mature in a certain sense due to the fact of our relationship. But she wants to know why I'm more lenient now these days with another individual when I couldn't be as lenient with her when we were younger.
Are you at the fork in the road of life where you know you require specific strategies that will uncover what's next? You've done some spiritual work, but still can't quite figure out how to apply those principles practically in your life. Ready to emerge from the shadows of inconsistency, confusion, and stagnation, and baby, head into the doors of clarity, prosperity, and everlasting peace. Well, listen to the vibrational frequencies of my voice and feel its healing powers. I am Mayet Ajay Ib, and honey, I've been where you are. At Internal Growth and Wellness, we create a personalized path for healing, restoration, and individualized evolution. So head on over to www.intgw.com and let's get started on your personalized plan today.
So both of y'all have fire energy. This is a funny ass relationship too, because I don't know many Tauruses. We love fire people, but we don't always, the relationship don't always work out. So you're a little more laid back, you know what I'm saying, Shalon. And so he probably, when you see something that's yielding, something will push against it a little more, just because you know it's like got more cushion in it. If a bed is more cushiony, you'll jump on the bed more because you'll be like, it can handle it. You know what I'm saying? But Chantel has that I don't play that shit energy when she come into the thing. And so you had already, like, he's getting older now. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's beginning to look and see the future. He don't really have that kind of thing. Like, if he gonna keep making babies or keep watching his daughter grow up, he ain't gonna be able to. He's learning better than, like, I can't go through these same conflicts. And Chantel does not have that same energy. Like, she's an Aries. Like, your Leo energy has to, like, you know, and you're more sensitive than she is, right? And so you're like, I had to take all that, but hers is just a little more, you know what I'm saying? Square up, nigga. And he was just like, nah, I'm trying to, like, create something long range. So what y'all laughing for? What happened?
That is facts. To me, that's facts. Yes. You are, yes.
Yeah. He done, I mean, because whatever fights he done had with you, he know good and well he don't want to go back down that same road with Chantel. He's not afraid of her at all. No Taurus is afraid of nothing. But he loves the fire that both of y'all bring. Y'all keep him interested. Really, like, he think he's slick, but y'all keep him interested because he get bored so fast. And now he got two fire signs, an Aries and a Leo. Plus, Chantel keeps his secrets. You challenge him more naturally, Shalon. And it's just a knot that you want to challenge him. Leo and Taurus creates a square. But if this is Taurus right here, then Aries is the sign right before it. So she keeps his secrets. Where you make him square off. Like, nigga, get your shit together. Get your stuff together. Like, cause I'm not going to you know, like when they measuring things and right before they cut it, they have to measure twice, cut once. That's you. You form the square. Like, that's how you build buildings. You build great plateaus off of a square. Like I'm almost encouraged now to go back, well, not go backwards to my Leo, because I'm a Taurus too. And I got some, I understand when he was like, yeah, we done been so many things and then we did this. Y'all can't stay apart. Y'all can't, the desire, the sex drive, the sensitivity, like Leos and Taurus just love each other. It just, it just takes more work. And now he done put the time in. And then all of a sudden, here comes some flair. Here comes some flair with, this, that, and the third, stuff like that. Keep it interesting. This a match made in heaven. I'm co-signing. Because they call me the divorce lawyer. They call me I'm the divorce astrologer. I tell you quick. I'll be like, man, you'll be like, what? This reading has only been 10 minutes. What we need to go any further for? I mean, I know we can't stretch it out, but unless you can tell me what's the new person. And like for me, when I do poly readings, bring all the birthdays. Bring all the potentials, bring the past, all of that. So if y'all was interested in learning astrology, I would tell y'all to start with the network that y'all have. Look at all the children and look at the primary adults in the relationship. For anybody watching, you're gonna need all your exes. I have a list of everyone if I've ever talked to you, had your phone number, had sex with you, guess what? I got your birthday. And it's all of my exes that have taught me I can't do nothing with Aquarius. I can't do nothing with manifestors. Leave them alone, like in human design. But I see where my numbers is at. And now I investigate and be like, what is it that made me be attracted to these people? But now I want to be in a long-term relationship, something similar to what y'all have. One at a time, though. I ain't trying to jump out there and just be like, come on, girls, let's go. Ladies, would you like to talk to the brothers out here who think they can just go from zero to hero overnight? Did y'all have any advice for the brothers?
I wouldn't suggest it unless you have a strong backbone, a strong heart, a strong mind. It's a lot. It takes a lot to deal with two women at the same time.
Yeah, I would say one at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Start off
slow. Thanks.
Get you one in good.
Training wheels, my friend.
And then,
training wheels.
Pick you one up on the side. And then keep going.
What was
I had to make that a snippet. I had to make it a snippet for them all.
What was the selection process like for you, Chantel, when you came into the situation? Was you on board immediately, or was you sniffing it out like the Scorpio moon that you are?
I was sniffing Alex out because he was coming to my horizon. So I was trying to figure him out and figure out what was going on. And then, it took me a while to open up to him. Like I gave him my number in segments. I was being childish. 713. All right, bye. He was like, what the fuck? I mean, if you patient enough, you want my number, then you'll wait for the rest of them damn digits. Like, what are we doing? Why do you want to talk to me? Is it just a quick, I like how you look, what's up? Or are you trying to get to know me? Do you got time to do that? So he showed he had time to do that because he waited for the rest of the numbers. And yeah, it was that. And then after that, that's when the situation, because we didn't start off with poly. So after that, then we transitioned into poly. So, I mean, I didn't really have the time to sniff the situation out. It was kind of like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And answer that question, say
713, yeah, we definitely in Houston.
Wow. How was it? Shalon, how was it when you found out about Chantel? Was it like you had to find out for yourself, he brought it to you, or you intuitively felt it, or what?
Doing some shit I shouldn't have been doing, speaking through someone's phone.
You into she into the development.
My intuition, and I went through his phone, and I actually found stuff in his phone, and I asked him about it, and he was actually truthful.
What are you gonna lie for now? It's right there. What you mean he gonna say? This the pizza. This the girl. She work at.
Shit, I don't know what you see.
We ain't seen nothing.
But yeah, it was a lot. It was different. It took a lot for me to get to that place and that growth and that space of maturity to meet Chantel. But after that, I know we went through our trials and tribulations of being two grown-ass women, getting adjusted to each other in a household in a different environment. And we still here together.
How long ago was that Chantel came into the relationship?
6 years ago,
7.
6. It's been a minute. It's been years.
Like 6 years ago.
Wow.
Since I stopped counting, I figured she's a keeper, so she can stay.
I like that. Oh.
And it was a maturity to actually like the alteration in the conversation that we had. Like everything was at a point to where we created those spaces for us to know what we wanted to do with each other. That's why I say our challenges that we overcame with each other, all three of us, it's been a lot to where we had to sit there and sit down. Okay, well, this is not working. Now, what do we have to change around, and what do we got to maneuver around, or do we just leave each other? And the choice of leaving each other was always on the table, respectfully, with communication, and then figuring out from that point. No, we're going to figure out how to make it work with each other. And that's why I say it's like, when you say it's kind of meant, it's like we try to push away from each other, but we always find ourselves back together with each other, working things out. We sit down, we talk, okay, well, we didn't like that. I didn't like that either. I don't want to let you go. Can you want to let me go? I don't want to let you go either, but what do we got to do? And it's just the mature talks that we have, and it's crazy that you're tapping on that, because it's hard. It's hard. But I want everybody to kind of take away, because they're like, oh, I know people be like, oh, because you might want to be toxic, but no. We sit down with each other knowing we have that option, that we don't have to hate each other to walk away from each other. I'm not going to hate you to walk away from you. I know life is going to alter, but do I really see myself like maneuvering in that sense with you and in that space, or do we sit there and alter things to figure things out with each other? And we always sit there to try to switch things around and make them work for each other.
Chantel, did you notice like a pattern when you came in that they were already in, and like when y'all do be going through y'all ups and downs, are you the one that notices like what the patterns are?
Yeah, it was definitely a pattern. I moved to the own beat of my drum. So like when they wasn't moving with my beat, I'm looking like, hold on, what song is this?
Team Aries in the house. Team Aries in the house. I moved to the beat of my own drum, niggas. You heard what I said?
And then I had to pull it back because I'm like, all right, I stepped into their line. And then I'm just looking like, okay, well, shit. I'm going to just, let me be a little quiet in the corner because I'm trying to feel it out and see what they got going on already. I don't want to, come in and battle them or nothing like that. I just want to come in and see what's going on. Some things, no, I didn't agree with, I didn't align with, I didn't understand it. And that's where most of the friction came in because they didn't understand I had my own instrument. So it's kind of, you kind of got to put me into the song. Like,
yeah, because there was things also she didn't like on my end that Shalon would be used to, at that end too. So it was like, it took all of us to really find the flow of the same sense. It wasn't just us getting used to what her instrument was. It was her to come in also see what our instrument was. And he said even my instrument was been allowed with Shalon to kind of get the flow and say, okay, we all got to find our tune. We all got to find it. You know what I mean? I don't want to make it seem like, oh, shit, I get a cuss. Now we all
I said I had to feel whatever y'all had going on already. I came with my own drum. Y'all gonna hear me too. But I gotta see what song is already playing and see how I can get in. Cause it's a whole structure. It was a whole family.
Fact.
Like I ain't come in with nothing. So not saying I ain't have shit, but I came in with I ain't had no dog, I ain't had no kids, I ain't have nothing. So I'm looking like, all right, y'all don't do this. Okay. let me feel it out and see what works for me. And then but that was a difficult time. Of course, I offended. I stepped on toes and different things like that, trying to figure it out. Because I have a strong personality, so I'm not going to lie about that. But I know when to lay back and, and see how let things run its course.
This is what everybody wants to know. Do y'all do mushrooms?
I do.
I tried them.
I do.
It depends on how I feel that night.
That's a yes, ma'am. You just don't do them all the time. That'll be a yes.
When I have them, she gonna do them. She not gonna do as much as I do, but she'll do them. She'll tell us try them. It wasn't really her forte,
I'm not an edible kind of girl. Like I don't know. I don't like edible shit. Like edible weed.
But I do get the capsules too as well. She hasn't tried the capsule one. But yeah, I do one.
A lot of people compare the marijuana to the mushrooms because you take them in the like you said, they got edibles for cannabis and they got edibles for mushrooms. But the reason I was asking was because I'm big on black love, no matter how it is. I want to see. I come from a very dysfunctional home, lots of fighting, emotional trauma, a lot of bull jive. I done probably spent well over half my life trying to heal from what my two crazy ass parents was doing. You know what I'm saying? And they was wrong in a bunch of stuff that they did. But with mushrooms, I started to be able to communicate with my partner. If we was doing them at the same time and at the same dose, it was almost like some psychic type stuff happening. You know what I'm saying? So one of the things that I want to do is look at people's astrological chart, find the right day for them, and say, what about having a mushroom ceremony together? You know what I'm saying? Versus he in there doing his thing. I know because I hold ceremonies here, and I've had couples come in, and things that happened overnight was like things they couldn't even discuss months and months before they got here, and all of a sudden it was like not only resolved, but they saw like a new plan and was just like, yo, we're gonna do it like this right here. Because sometimes it's hard to bring some stuff to the table, so that's why I really applaud y'all. Like 20 plus years dealing with somebody, then you came in 6 years ago to people who's already together 19 years. Like that's some boss stuff right there. And y'all did it the long way. Y'all did it the long way. Y'all didn't have no astrology. Well, he had the mushrooms, but I'm just looking at the whole situation now, man. We got to sit down offline, and I got to do a reading and get y'all all the way. I just want to get y'all the information to where y'all like understand. I don't want to just be like, look, because that ain't really. That's like some astrologers want to just come in and like show off or something, but when you leave, you ain't really getting nothing from them to be like, yo, how did that help me? So some people say I just want to get some confirmation, but I look at polyastrology as a strategy tool, because if you ain't got no strategy, man, you ain't going nowhere. And women are not going to follow you if you don't have a strategy. That's what women looking for.
That's facts.
Where's the strategy? Where's the system? Let's make it happen.
I want to kind of back on what you said about opening that space with shrooms and then actually being on there, because that's where a lot of our conversations in depth were. When we would get on that note and go in that rabbit hole, and then I'm a very talkative individual, and I'm not scared to express, and I'm not scared to accept. You know, so when the depths of the conversation would go, I would love to hear and open up the conversations of how people feel and not take it personal. So when Shalon would say something, Chantel would say something, I knew it was an expression, a point of venting, a point of emotion. And I ain't gonna lie, when I was so high off them shits or just high in general, that I'm like, man, I could empathize. I'm gonna be an empath. I'm gonna take that in. And I'm not even gonna use a reflection and sit there and tell you what I felt, where I felt that amongst you. I'm gonna use a previous event for something else. Like I know how that feels because when this experience came in, and so it helped me meet them on that level, understand those certain situations, and then we figure things out in men's situations in close chapters. So I love that you touched on that.
Absolutely, man.
Dose with him. That's the only thing. Like we can't dose.
I do drugs for real. I ain't gonna.
Hold on, Chantel, say that. Say that again.
I tried to keep up with his dosing.
He said, "Say it again." What you said it again.
Like we can't keep up with his dosing. We can't dose the same. That's the only thing because he overindulges, and you definitely overindulge. So like,
I do drugs for real.
Shalon tried to keep up with him, and she's sitting on the couch counting her fingers and shit. I said, "All right, we done." Like it wasn't.
We're telling my business too much. This is tequila. Hold on.
And me,
I felt like
she just standing there. I was looking
lines and shit.
And I watched her do that shit for like 5 minutes. I'm like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I don't know. Something told me to count my fingers, so I just wanted to. I'm like, they all there, and this nigga, he's sitting on the couch.
I felt like I was in the movie Tron, like neon lights.
But I try to tell him, look, I used to sell dope since the age of 12. Used to be, do a lot of things in the streets. I always had. So I mean, this.
Okay, let's look. Let me give this one to Alex now. Let me reel Alex back in a little bit. I done reeled everybody else in. Let me reel him back in. So, my suggestion, for one, when you go in on a ceremony with people, they have to go in on the same dose, but you have to respect the person who's the lightweight. So let's say, which one of y'all three you think is we know it ain't Alex, between Chantel and Shalon, who's the lightweight?
I'm halfway offended, sir. Lightweight?
I'm definitely lightweight. When it comes down to mushrooms, because the form that we've gotten, it's been chocolate. So, like I said, I'm not really an edible kind of girl.
That texture is just...
No, it's not even a texture. It's just edible shit. I don't like edible weed. I don't like edible nothing.
That's why I said the capsules. I get capsules too now. So I was trying to show it.
I could try the capsule. That would probably something if it's in pill form. But I stick to the basics.
I'm not gonna lie. I was too scared to try the capsule because I damn near freaking put myself in the rabbit hole last time.
This is a conversation we didn't have offline. We didn't have, I got different platforms.
What was the dose? Remember you said y'all were trying to keep up with him. What was the doses?
Okay, so I took a tip of the chocolate bar. His dose was the whole line of the chocolate.
So I could take about probably like 2 grams, 3 grams. They could probably take a half a gram. So
everybody should meet at 1 gram.
I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm gonna feel the effect.
Because I smoke and I drink, so I don't wanna mushrooms. Not the only thing I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna probably be high before I do the mushrooms.
Oh no! So I'm glad we got you right here. Mushrooms are mono. Only thing they'll mess with is some weed. Do not drink no alcohol and do not eat no food when you're messing with mushrooms. Like, if you really want to go in, like where their space is, they want an empty stomach and they don't want no alcohol. So if you're smoking and drinking, stay away from the mushrooms. It ain't.
Oh, that's why I ended up freaking tripping balls like that.
Don't do it. Don't do it. They're not recreational. Like how he acting over there, don't be like him, okay? Let him run off and do that the way he do that. Look, they're like, we are. We play though.
She try to keep up with him. And that's what she used to. She just keep the party going. Me, I'm be like, hold on, nigga. I'm good. I know my limits. I ain't finna be out here tripping. I need to know.
But to round back, we can talk this conversation offline because I got platforms I gotta appear on later this year.
And they gonna know you in this
Anyway, cause this nigga on mushrooms, they gonna be knowing that I'm fucked up on their
They're gonna
platforms.
know you're in tune with yourself. You know,
No, but
psychedelic is always
psychedelic
good.
drug.
yeah, it just puts me in a different place to where I love. Like that's why they tell me they try to take me out of my thoughts. I'm very much in my mind a lot. I'm in my mind so much and in depth with it that sometimes I talk in my sleep. I talk in my sleep and then I'm so preparing different speeches or different things that I gotta answer. They'll hear me speaking to myself in the bathroom in the mirror or speaking to myself just because my mind is constantly working.
What did I say earlier? What did I say earlier? Is he in his head a lot? Y'all was like, mm-hmm. They was like, can't do nothing about it. Just give him his space.
Yeah, I don't get up enough.
Yeah. So, it's just something I'm trying to work on and try to break from. But I just know how my mind operates. So, we had this conversation offline.
And different people, you know what I'm saying? Different people. Mushrooms ain't for everybody. I was just asking, because like I said, like, it's a lot of jokers out here that's wishing that they was working with what y'all working with. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm very happy that I got to ask y'all questions, not from no stranger point of view and like being all in your business. Like, y'all probably have had some corny ass interviews when people come in who would never think to be poly or oh my God, I can't do that. Explain to me how this works. Like, I'm past that. I want to get to people so they can either the poly curious, what is your style, so you can identify that to other people. Or let's say it's a woman out here and she got a roster and she thinking about going into open relationships, but she don't know which one to pick or she don't know which one to start with. And vice versa for the man. You don't know which one of these ladies is gonna men could be picking off their senses and not picking off the data. Where I'm at right now, I'm 52 years old. I'm picking off the data. I'm just like, Chantel, I'm kind of like you. I go to the club and be like, when your birthday? And she'd be like, let me give you my number. I'll be like, nah, I'll be back next week for that. No, we good. We're just going to check this. We're just going to check this right here first. Next week, I might not even, you might be the devil. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't finna come over here and mix nothing into the stuff I got going on. So, man, I appreciate what somebody said. Good golly, I'm Polly. Oh, that's my man, Sauce God. He's flossy with it too. Like he's really flossy with it. He from Memphis. Good golly, I'm Polly. Y'all ever said that before?
I ain't never seen it. I got a friend in Memphis.
Yeah, y'all got to get on the good golly, I'm Polly. What about Mercs? Who making the? But when y'all Mercs is coming out for the poly community, what we doing?
Look, we got a lot.
Oh, I'm talking too much. Never mind. I done been all in your business. Never mind.
Look. Right now, what we are focused on is a lot. We're not really trying to do too much merch. We tried merch. Well, Shalon got a poly children thing that she got coming out and developing. She already got some logo coming out that she's gonna drop. They both got this unapologetic woman. I know I'm all in the way, but the unapologetic woman, giving the perspective of women that live in non-monogamy, but just freelance on all perspective and all topics. Not just keeping it non-monogamous, but giving that open ending of this is how we live unapologetically with a woman that is.
When is that show coming? When is that show coming?
It's been there, but then they retracted because Chantel signed up for school. She's going through a transition that she's trying to find a placement.
Yeah,
when it's coming back, I don't know.
You did mention the podcast, so it's funny that you did mention that because that was the show.
That was her podcast, and I was just there just promoting.
She was my co-host, and I had another co-host. And yeah, it was non-ethical conversation. So we had, I think, 2 episodes, and then shit started getting real. But yeah, I do look forward to getting back into that because yeah, it was fun.
Let me go over here and look. When I turn the camera like this, I'm gonna have to jump back on the computer right fast. Let me see where y'all's. Let me see something right fast. So July 26th. What happened to the thing? Un momento, por favor. I need to be nosy one more time because I think this is
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the first episode, and what's crazy because I told him, I was like, look, this is where you got to go with the angle, and the way we're doing everything, like everything with their show. But I understand that everybody needs to take that moment for reset. But look,
He's saying my moment is over.
I didn't say your moment was over.
You look like my moment
No,
reset is over. You want
I never said that.
Get back in there.
Because me, I'm a man that sits there and says, I don't wait for opportunity. I'm gonna create my opportunity. I'm going to attack. And she waits for the perfect time, and I'm like, what time is perfect? It's in a microwave. Yeah. What are you waiting for? A ding? Well, the ding is here. Attack. Let's make this happen. So we come from two different mindsets. Now, like when I say I go on go, there'll be weekends where I need to go network, or if I know somebody that has something going on, I'll turn to them and be like, hey, this weekend be ready because I'm gonna go run up on somebody. What do you mean by that? We'll figure it out when we get there. I'm gonna go create my opportunities. I don't wait for opportunities.
yeah, she don't operate like that. Okay, so
At all.
no. So Alex is a king of diamonds. So king of diamonds is the boss. I make my own money. Nobody can tell me what to do. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a CEO. I'm the go-getter. I create things. Everything he just said was king of diamonds. Well, guess what? He the only king of diamonds in the house. Okay? Chantel is a 6 of spades. She's the card of fate. So when you say she's waiting on the right time, she's waiting on the right time. She's like when she met y'all, it was fate. Remember what I was saying earlier? I was just like, nah, y'all energy too familiar. Y'all energy too familiar to be like, y'all done got all this figured out in less than 30 years. No, y'all done this before. And so Chantel is here to learn responsibilities of power. She's powerful, but she got to learn the responsibilities of it. So hers is too widespread to be just talking about, I'm gonna figure it out. She too firecrackery. She too dynamite. You are a bull. When a bull go to a field, he can't mess it up because he just gonna just plow straight rows and plow straight rows. She don't operate like that. She don't operate like that. She'll never be able to operate like that. And then this year, this is her sacrifice year. This is how she's like giving of herself to learn other things that are coming, stuff like that. We call this the Jesus Christ card. Shalon, I know why you couldn't get rid of her. Well, I don't know who I should be talking to, whether it's Shalon, you couldn't get rid of Alex, or Alex, you couldn't get rid of him. Because Shalon is...
Neither of them. What are you talking about?
Nah, he's talking about between you and him.
But remember he was like, y'all would break up and then get back together and stuff like before Chantel came into the picture. So Shalon is a 2 of clubs. So all 2s must be in partnerships. Must. She must. And clubs is intellect. Clubs is the mental. And for her, she must feel admired and she must admire her. I mean, you must admire her. Any disrespect, she not getting ready to be fighting. She getting ready to be walking. You know what I'm saying? Like, she not going for that. Like, if I'm feeling valued,
running.
I can't tell all everybody's business. We're in public, okay? We're in public. I have to make it seem. But her eyes, she just,
run.
nigga, what?
Shit, just me.
What'd you say? Say that again.
I said I don't need shit, just me.
This ass just gonna rush.
That's gonna run.
And but
Bushes.
because she's here for harmony. She's only her t-shirt says harmony. I'm here for harmony. Now that ain't say she won't fight and stand up for stuff and all that. But at the bottom of it, nah. And what look what it says, she's reclusive and appears to need no one. But in truth, she is just as afraid and always has that one special person that she will attach herself to.
Mom.
And she sips her tea. Yeah.
That is facts, though.
She gonna feel like she alone. She makes herself a lone wolf.
She does.
Only
And
to
that's why I say it's so
attach.
crazy. And she does
Hacker
that
one.
so much. Like, and I always tell her, that's not, but yeah, no, she will. And then but she still is very attached.
Mom.
She does better in relationships. She can play lone wolf all she wants, but whether she in a 3-legged race or whatever, she got to have a partner there with her, hugging on the side. So, Alex, if you ain't available, I'm going over here with Chantel. We're gonna make something happen. But I'm not finna be out here lone wolfing it. I'm not saying it's a bluff, but she can't take it all the way. She can't take it all the way by herself. And she found a bars. That's what I'm telling you. Y'all got to do, like, there's a shortage of cats like him. So, and all the women talking about, I want this guy like Alex, but I'm not gonna share. Bitch, what you talking about? Like, plus, y'all done snatched him up and treating him right. Now he don't even want to expand no more. He like, I'm good. I got me. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. This is a whole lot of work. And now here you come in with some trauma drama, some potential trauma drama. Nah, I'm good. And ladies, if y'all keep I ain't talking about y'all. I'm talking about the ladies who are looking right now. Y'all just want to sit out here and just think it's a whole bunch of Alexes and stuff like this. He already done exercised his options. And then once his women come in there and do that, he went through years and years and years of this. You can't just come in and just be like, oh, I'm gonna just jump on board right now. It won't even happen, and your energy might not even come in and mix. I'm good like this right here. Even though I told you could go to 4, I'm saying stick right here. Stay right here, bro, and work this right here. Work this. Work.
Who is Bree Love? That's your follower?
Who?
Bree Love.
I see that too.
First of all, bitch.
No, we're not doing that.
I know Bree Love ain't on here talking about nobody ugly. No, we ain't. I know.
Or dumb. Cause bitch, what your nigga look like? Like you sitting up here with the shit. You tuned in just for some bullshit to be a troll?
No, it's a fake account. It's a fake account.
Gotta be a fake account.
It's a fake account. It's a
fucking troll.
I seen that.
Everything been positive all fucking night. Till this one come.
That's a fake account. That's all.
Bro, you want to be seen, duck.
Chantel said, I will make you famous if you want some attention. You want some attention? Is that what you looking for?
Let's go.
I think that I had picked up the phone to see if it was a real account. There was no real account.
Yeah, that's fake. Get your ass out of here.
Remember me after?
Get your ass out of here. We on some good shit. You know what I'm saying? Your damn whack ass. Look, like they got somebody else in the crowd cutting heads now. Like, bitch, get out of here. Please don't get me started.
Hot too.
Chantel already done jumped on it, so I'm going to just relax. You know what I'm saying? Look for my damn smoothie or something, or go put me some OG
My girl
Kush.
Natasha, she said you ain't got shit to show her STDs.
She got no photos, no nothing. She has a whole bunch of followers.
She a troll. Like she took her time to make
their account.
Okay, we ain't gonna make you so famous because it's nothing. Next.
We're having a great time here at Family Reunion here at Poly
We
Astrology
did.
with the Porter family and OE Son, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm rocking with Houston tonight. Don't come over
Right.
here with none of this, man. We got the vibes, you know what I'm saying? And
Yes, we've been vibing. Everybody been nice. They've been toned in.
Where
You
the
got
sage
learned
at?
some
Where the
shit.
sage at?
Yes, we were having a really good interview.
I had
Yeah,
look, I ain't even y'all over there sipping on something. That's why I'm getting ready to get off of here. Y'all over there right nice and everything. I ain't bring no sippy sippy.
Tequila. Send
I
you a
told
virtual
you
cup.
we was gonna pull over that tequila real quick and try to get right.
Mm-hmm.
Right. The spirits keeping the spirits. The spirits keeping the spirits.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, man. So I want to do this again, man. Oh, wait a minute. So now we can do sort of the reveal. What I wanted to do was put a course together to just teach poly folks. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to, this is my joint right here. I only do one thing with these headphones, and it's called mind mapping.
I got one of those.
Yeah.
You got some too.
Definitely.
I love y'all. Can I get in? I mean, I just want to, can I? My social is 577-769. Listen, I got my own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, what? They don't argue. They listen to astrologers, and they got Oculuses. Oh hell no, I'm in. I'm in. Look, ain't nobody even playing over here. I got 2 pairs. You know what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
nigga,
Step our game up.
Definitely. We need another pair. Come on.
I'm putting my application on right now. You know what I'm saying? Shit. I'm just coming for the money benefits, you know what I'm saying? But what I use those for is to like create courses. Like, how can I teach non-astrology people who are poly-curious, poly-raggedy, or poly-successful how to use this simple technique to make their relationships even more healthier or make decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, I shouldn't be doing this. How do I like, y'all not at the point where y'all need to be like, well, is he monogamous or is he polygamous? You done already passed that. But y'all in the 3%, it's damn 80. What percentage of y'all would say is poly curious right now? Just from where y'all at.
At least I don't
I
even
would
know.
say a good 85% of people are polycurious.
That's a high number.
That is a high number.
That's a very high number.
So hold on. So wait a minute now. If y'all in the so if we have 3% success and 85% poly curious, so are you saying that the one in the middle, the 12% that's practicing poly, that could be poly raggedy?
I would say there's more poly raggedy than poly. Well, I would say there's. You know, it's crazy because when you're poly curious, you're only in love with the idea. Now, when you're in love with the idea, you can still fall in poly raggedy because your idea may not be the depth of what poly is.
Because you haven't went out there and experienced it yet.
Because the experience could be completely different of what you think it is.
You can sit out there.
Most people, like couples, I want to put it in a couple's perspective. Couples, they always think when we fall into marriage and we fall into monogamy with marriage, we believe we're one. So when we come into poly, I want to put it to a throuple perspective is we believe we're gonna grow with this individual that comes into our relationship. The relationship's gonna look equal as we grow with them, and that idea sits within that couple. And then really at the end of the day, when it does it, then veto power comes in. Oh, we gotta cut this person out because we're not growing all the same. They're being more attracted to you, and that's where that polyfuckery, that poly what is it called?
Poly raggedy.
Poly raggedy. That's where that poly raggedy comes in. Then we're sitting there, we're in our emotions, not knowing that relationships grow individually. Even though you were in a couple thinking that you're a one, it's still an individual process. So I think there's more poly raggedy than there is actual successful poly relations that actually happen. So in my perspective, I will put anybody that's interested in poly, there's about 65% more poly raggedy. I'll put the 3% of successful, and then in that in between is where they can actually get it because of the foundation, the communication, they're actually really there. But I put it at a 15 to 20%, 27%, around there, right? Is my math right?
Wow. Yeah. Well, I was looking at the curious is like they haven't tried it because I get a lot of women who are married and they want to open up their relationship and they think they want to try poly. So I be labeling them as poly curious. And then the poly raggedy, for me, poly raggedy is you have wasted at least one person's time. Like by playing, by pretending that you know or pretending that you was with it. Like, and I ain't talking about just the men, because it could be a woman that's like, I said I was poly because I wanted to be with you, but I really wanted to, I just did whatever to be with you, but I ain't really, to me, that's poly raggedy. If I told you that it's us and you said, yeah, I'm down with us just so you could be with me, then you already in poly raggedy because it's not gonna be that. Poly raggedy is also swingers who be trying to play poly. That's why I said it's a large joint. Where when you start,
Shout out to Tasha.
yeah, jokers
But I
out
feel
here.
like all poly got a little raggedy in it. So it is up to you and your dynamic how you wanna, if you wanna slide out of it being raggedy or if you wanna slide out of being poly. Like you got an option. But it be some raggedy shit that go on in poly sometimes until you get it figured out. If everybody on the same page, then yeah.
That's the book, or that's y'all's other podcast called On the Same Page. I like that. Because now you're talking about shit, it's monogamous for people in relationships that ain't on the same page.
Yeah. It's a lot of regular shit.
I still love your statement when you said yesterday where you was like, there's relationships in monogamy that ended 13 years ago, but they're still in it.
Yeah.
That is powerful.
It was over in year 2 or 3, and they've been together 13 years. That's mono raggedy. That's just raggedy all the way around. And then you blaming other people like, nah, man, let's just get to the numbers and let's go ahead and run off on the plug and have some fun. If that's what you're really in it for, especially with like the younger crowd, like I could go on and on and on, but I'm ready to go get me my sip on right now. All 4 of us ain't gonna be drinking at one time, so y'all done already got y'all's. What was y'all's biggest takeaway, man, from just having this little conversation tonight? Shalon, what was your biggest takeaway this evening?
My biggest takeaway is that you weren't the first person to point out that I had childhood traumas that I needed to heal from in order to move forward. So that was something that really resonated with me, that I need to take care of myself. Like, I understand it, but I just keep avoiding it, even though I know I shouldn't.
Chiron in Taurus. I'm going to send it to Alex so he can forward it to you. I'm going to just tell you, all you do is you're going to just Chiron in Taurus, and you're going to type that in Google, and that's where your research going to start. It's going to point directly to where that thing is at. It's going to point directly to where it's at. Chantel, what was your big takeaway this evening?
My biggest takeaway from this evening would be the hiding of the emotions, how you pulled that out or highlighted that, and the fact that it's like I know that I'm hiding them, and I know that people are trying to figure it out, but like you said, it's at my moment when I want to express it, if I do want to express it, or sometimes I feel like it's no point, and then I just override it with something else.
I know, called a grudge. Then you hit them with hit their ass with a grudge, and then they can't get up under the pressure. Now the pressure too much over there. Because to you don't think your grudges are that bad. You don't think they're that bad. I know, but yes, ma'am, they are. Okay, they are. They are. They are. I don't want no smoke with you. And yes, hiding is one thing, but we could call you a detective too. You're an emotional detective.
Yeah.
Who's hiding behind the bushes, taking pictures of other people's emotions.
Yeah. I won't highlight my own emotions, but I definitely highlight somebody else's.
Yes. And Alex, what's your big takeaway, King?
Oh, Man, I ain't gonna lie, everything. I love the fact, because, like, when it comes to astrology, when it comes to zodiacs, everything, like I told you yesterday, I'm very unaware, and a lot of people didn't make me attracted to it because they weren't able to just to really put it to a position to where they could be descriptive about in depth about what zodiacs and how it, it really pertains to your personality and who you are. Because I would have my questions. So when you started breaking everything down, and then when I started, because I already knew I was a Venus and Gemini after I spoke to you, I was like, I gotta research this. I had to jump ahead. You know what I mean? I gotta do my research. So when I started hearing everything and started YouTubing, Googling, and making my own studies, I was like, oh, it started resonating. So to me, it's like, I love how everything you broke down, the way you put it into perspective for me, because I identify with it. It resonated with me, and it would also turn around. And then when you started breaking them down, I identify with, okay, yeah, that is them. There are certain things that I was aware of and I spoke about within certain situations. And I looked at it like, damn, okay, you never met them. You never met them. You never met me really in person, on a personal basis. But you were still able to see that. That part I have to take away and give you props on. Like, how does somebody, a full stranger, still come online and sit there and say, yo, this is who you are. This is who you are. This is who they are. These are the challenges that you see, and this is how you overcome them. That was amazing.
See, because the problem in all our relationships is we be generalizing too much for likes. Talking about all women this, all men that. You out of your mind. There ain't no way in the world they got different fingerprints. How can you sit there and say to anybody that's like generalizing, men just like to do this and women just like to do that? I call those people lazy. They don't really want to like reach out no further and do no research. Whereas it's right on the other side of their birthday. You know what I'm saying? All this information is right here that we can add up and see who you are. You don't got to be right here capping. So that's why I'm a big poly astro proponent. But the crazy part is, I went on Clubhouse last night. After we finished, we burnt that shit down for 5 hours. It was crazy in there. It was crazy. It was crazy.
I had got the warning. So Natasha, that's my sister. I don't know if she's still in the building, but Natasha, my sister, and like she been following your studies with everything. So when I had spoke to her, she was like, "Be ready." I'm like, "What's up?" She was like, "Last night, he was going off in the room. He was laying it down. He gave me every understanding. Like she was like, he coming. He coming." So I was like, "Nah, his word. I already know." I'm like, "Yeah."
Last night in Clubhouse was the warm up. It was the warm up in that joint. We was up in that joint warming up. I was in there getting right and then flexing and whatnot. I had to come strong today. You know what I'm saying? And I'm glad too, because I didn't see that Scorpio, that moon in Scorpio that Chantel got. So when I saw that, I was like, "Ah, shit, she's staring right through me." Pause. cover her up like this right here. Let me just see. Don't leave the hair.
Still see you.
Yes, still is. Yeah, you'll be a mean astrologer. You know what I'm saying? Because you nosy, you'll be a good astrologer, and because Shalon likes relationships, she'll be a good astrologer. And Alex will be a good astrologer because he likes money and women. So I'm just we going to the super joint. My biggest takeaway today is definitely start one at a time. Ghosting and quitting won't work. And sitting down having real conversations is always gonna beat anything else. And sitting down and just like making a decision to say we're gonna find the ways that this can work versus highlighting the reasons why it can't work. That's very rare. Y'all are not regular people. All of y'all probably extraterrestrials and shit. When this go off, y'all probably pull your mask off or something and be walking around there with 7 eyes and yeah. You know what I'm saying? Look. Chill. We not. I done said too much now. I done said, look at it. He into that too.
Hey, well, you know, I always tell people when it comes to a relationship, make sure you wake up to the person that you want to and you choose them.
Say that again.
Once you choose them, I said when it comes to relationships, you have to make sure you wake up every morning and want to choose them. If you choose them, then you're gonna make sure you want to work for them. And when we work towards what we want with each other, then we're gonna sit down and have the conversations to make it work for each other. A lot of people don't do that.
Standing ovation. All right.
From an audience of one, nigga, forget, I don't know who else ain't standing up. All of y'all need to be getting up on your feet. You know what I'm saying? Did y'all hear what the man said? I want in, man. My social 57776. I got 2 business. I got 2 LLCs. I got a podcast. I got a pit bull. Got my own house. Listen. I got my own. I'm just saying. I got a nephew, 14 years old. I ain't got no kids. You know. I got a couple lovers. And I got a couple folks on the roster, but they all have been scanned. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing crazy coming along. Hey, man. I got there's plenty of room if y'all want to come over here. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty of space. Plenty of space over here.
Let's get this money. Period.
What? Say that again, Shalon.
We said let's get this money.
Where the bread at? Y'all got Oculuses.
So money, honey.
Y'all got Oculuses. It's over. Y'all got open mind, good communications, and Oculuses.
That's it.
Look, I'm gonna hit you in the back line about something about with them Oculus, but I'm gonna hit you on the back line because it's kind of more of a business move. But I definitely want to keep you in mind. I love everything we did, especially right now, especially when people need to understand when it comes to poly, we have our different challenges. And if you're able to, that's what's fucking me up, because if you're able to see things and certain challenges of who we are and identify where we can mesh through understanding astrology and our signs, that can actually benefit those that have to take multiple personalities in. But those spaces need to be held. But I'm gonna hit you in the back line to understand that when we're going with things, there could be room for this.
Y'all listening to history being made right now. If y'all out here playing around or whatever, like, this shit finna go down. It's finna go down. It's finna go down, like.
But we definitely appreciate you, brother, because I know if y'all ain't booked, it's gonna be there. But definitely, anything I can do for you, let me know.
Wait, time out. I have a question. So somebody wrote something about a toad ceremony. What is that? Bitch, it was Natasha. Oh, it was Natasha. Okay. So
Toad is a psychedelic, and it's much more powerful than mushrooms. And so people come here to do ceremonies. And so I guess that's somebody who knows me from another space. And this is the
it's Natasha from yesterday. Natasha from yesterday. My sister from yesterday.
And so this is the
hands up here. I think they. Oh, okay.
So this is the room where we have ceremonies at, where we do. So like we just don't do regular ceremonies. We don't do nothing regular over here. We do it big, or we leave it alone. And so this is where we have toad ceremonies. And because Black people are having so many mental health issues, and then when you got a mental health issue and you go into a relationship, that's why I say it gets raggedy. But this is how we used to do things. Like we used to come inside the temple. And this just reminds us. Like when I see y'all, I'm reminded of love. When I come in here, I'm reminded of this is the ancient way we do things. And we've used figures and art. This is Mansa Musa. Mansa Musa is the richest man that ever walked on the planet Earth. He's in the money corner. Like I'm a big feng shui guy. This is the money corner of the house. So like you can put a picture of somebody rich and wealthy in your far backhand left corner of your house, whether it's a kitchen or a bedroom or whatever. That's my yacht. You know what I'm saying? That's where the 42 negative confessions come from, which the 10 commandments comes out of that. And then this is the bee shaman. This shows that we were doing mushrooms in Africa over 10,000 years ago. We were doing it in ceremony, not just getting high, you know, like white people and stuff like that. So this is the what we call the Jin room. And that right there is,
I just said it. I was about to say that.
I can't say that. I have to look at my phone while I see that.
yeah.
I might have to 47 laws. Yo, yeah.
42 laws.
42 laws.
Right.
I'm blind.
Kind of blind.
I'm blind. I look
Forgive
at
him. He can't see.
Now the glasses. Now, if y'all ain't gonna cook for the man, I gotta at least give him some glasses. Now, come on now.
Hey, we tried to take him to go get glasses.
It's a long story. That's a whole back channel conversation right there.
Yeah.
But no, I appreciate it, brother. Yeah, we got to do a part 2 because I want to talk about what was the other portion?
The human design.
Yes.
Design.
The human
Because
design.
when Sade was talking about it, I told her to send me a couple of books to understand it and put that in my, I want to put it in my resume. I want to really study that whole situation because now astrology is really like when you broke everything down to me. I'm putting that in my studies to really understand the whole situation to see how we actually connect as individuals. Because I have in my program, I have the way we communicate, the way we actually handle emotions, the way we actually understand ourselves, individual attachment styles, and I really love everything you put with astrology. So yeah, I'm looking forward towards everything, and I really want to get with you on a couple of things on the side note.
They said, "What's your gates?" We got to get to that next time too, because I don't even know what that means.
The gates is in the human design. So
then we're gonna get to that on part 2.
Yeah. We ain't getting ready to go into that now. They already saucy. I told you I'm trying to go get saucy. Y'all still asking questions. Y'all gonna have to catch me later.
We finished that Bible story. It's time for you to get saucy.
Bam! Look, oh, y'all done killed the whole bottle?
Already.
Yeah. But next time I'm about to take some mushrooms. So next time we about to get a little more depth.
Hey, y'all really men, y'all. Really men, y'all. Really men. It's okay. Yes. Do y'all know the polyverse? Who is that? That's some of y'all peoples?
I don't know.
Possibly, yeah. They probably
Everybody are people these days.
Everybody family. If it's poly, it's family. If it's poly, it's family.
Damn! I like that. I like that.
Poly is the ops.
I'm with the family.
I don't know.
My particular style is called happyology, though. I think that's really what y'all practicing. Y'all really telling everybody it's poly, but y'all niggas is happy. Every time I see y'all are happy.
That's it. And what's crazy, right? I never put a term on nothing. I always put everything when people ask me about poly, I say I'm not monogamous. I can't tell you where that journey really is. I can't tell you the end of that. A lot of people want to be polyamorous. They want to be polygamous. I want to be happy. I want to make sure those around me are happy. I want to make sure they're genuine.
I want to be happy with the people around me. I can't put a name on it.
I can't tell you the name.
I can't put a time on it. I just know.
I want to make sure when I look to my left, I want to make sure when I look to my left or I look to my right, you good? We good? You satisfied? Yes, I'm enjoying life. I want to make sure of that.
Enjoy life with the people that we have.
There's no term for that in the non-monogamy, so I love that you said what you said.
I'm a happyologist, nigga. Somebody introduced me one time. She was like, yeah, I got this, one of my girlfriends, and I told her you were poly. I was like, why the fuck you tell her I was poly? She was like,
right.
She was like, because you're not monogamous. I said, yeah, but I'm happy. I said poly means I have to have a certain number. And that's the thing, too. A lot of people be out here trying to have a certain number. And here the worst ones. I really shouldn't. I shouldn't even get into this because this might make me go to a whole rant. But don't y'all answer. I'm gonna just say nothing. Do not answer. Look at Chantel. She like, nigga, say it. I can't stand the people who want to say we should do poly because this is how we did poly in Africa. Those are the. I said y'all couldn't respond. Don't even say that.
We gotta say that for the next.
Save that one.
We've been on this shit for damn near 2 hours.
Save that one. But I saw the look and how everybody responded, and it looked like we might be on the same frequency.
Yeah.
I'm so tired. I'm so tired. Oh Lord.
That tradition shit.
We was in Africa and we was, nigga, you broke. You ain't got no money. You don't know how to talk to people. You're not emotionally mature. What the fuck was that? What the fuck you talking about? So yes, we're gonna save that one because I saw all of y'all moved out of the whole camera. The whole thing was like then came back. So that's who I be talking about, the raggedy. And they don't want to learn no astrology or nothing. Anyway, we've been on here almost 2 hours. Thank y'all so much for having me, man. I appreciate it. We set this up for next week, man. We're gonna get it popping some more. I'm having fun right here. And the podcast, I'm gonna talk to somebody. Chantel, my man is in New Orleans. He getting a deal. He doing something with Manny Fresh and them, and he's creating a whole podcast network called Move the Crowd. And so they're already going to have a large audience. So, and they're looking for content creators. And y'all done bought that big ass sign back there. So we bought it.
Exactly. I'm trying to put this hoe to use. So I'm just like, goddamn. My hiatus is almost up.
Hold on, pause. Look, hold on. But when they need me on, you make sure when Manny need me on. You know,
you ain't away at my sign. Get your ass on. No, you see that?
She was like, to the left, nigga. I'm trying to look at the sign. To the left, to the left. What's up?
Because we pay good money for that sign. Shout out to what Poppy's pop-up. Dale.
Shout out the creator, though.
You know, he did create it. I'm not gonna lie to you. Alex did create my logo. He created my logo and then we sent it over to be made. So he definitely created it. And yeah, I approved of it and it's been that. That's my brand.
Where's your microphones? Where your microphones?
My microphones, we got one right here. I think my daughter stole the other
two.
She's walking around the house, blah, blah, blah. But we got one. Right now, I gotta find the other one. But this is the table. We had a setup. You should go check it out. It's on YouTube and it's on Instagram. The Unapologetic Woman. So check it out. I think we did like at least 2 shows, and then you should hit the fan or whatever. But I've been trying to come up with content and everything like that. Yeah, with the mics. Period. You ain't got no 2-year-old running around stealing your shit. That's facts.
More facts. More facts. I do not. You're right.
Yeah, I don't know where it's somewhere. But we had, how many mics, baby? We had 3 mics? 3. Yeah, we have 3 mics. I only see one right now. Stay tuned. We'll find them. They probably in her toy box.
I know you got the equipment. I'm just messing with you. I just want you to get the show popping, man. Like they selling, they buying shows, man. They buying podcast shows. Like you get on there and do podcast shows, you know, give them 90 days in a row. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like 90 days, you give them like a show or 2 shows a week. Next thing you know, somebody be coming out here picking y'all up, throwing like major money at y'all. Like rapper money.
I need to stay consistent. I just get discouraged.
I'm gonna say this, and this is one thing that I always tell my panel team, and I've also told both Shalon and Chantel about the episode, is there's not a lot of black women that have podcast shows and spaces. When you look at the percentage of actual people that hold podcasts, especially in the black community, of who are black representation in there, it's about 90 to 95% male and about 5% female. So when you open up the space and you have women actually that are black representation speaking from their perspective, it's an open game. So that needs to be out there more. So when a woman approaches me and says, I want to create a podcast, especially when it's a black woman coming to me, I'm like, bet, let me put you out to your connections. Let me make this happen for you so you can be in the position to actually make something happen and create that space for you so you can have success. Because there's not that representation out there. It's mainly, when we talk about podcasts, it's mainly male dominant.
King of Diamonds.
Or it's co-ed.
No, it's just
not
no
some more co-ed, like with just celebrities,
but no,
like
but
they have.
that percentage is still low though. Like it's mainly male dominant.
I don't know, cause I see females like what Angela Yee, just like all of them, and I'm feeling like that's when I get discouraged, cause I'm like they already have a platform, they already have followers,
and we do too.
Like,
we do too. And
who knows me and wants to listen to me? So.
Everybody, all these. Hold on, let me answer her question. All these lonely ass, damn disgruntled bitches out here who ain't got nobody. They the one who want to listen to you. They don't know how to
Bring
keep.
love.
They don't know how to keep no man. Okay, they don't know how to snoop around. They don't. What you talking about? Like,
yeah,
it's a whole bunch of them. Trust me. I already told you. You playing. Come on, man. Tighten up, Team Aries. Let's get it right. Tighten up.
okay, you sound like him. It's like a tourist coming out.
So I know we could actually we could actually make some small moves. Yo, shout out Natasha having her whole After Dark show. Shout out Ty having her whole poly perspective. Like I love to support and put black women in the position to actually just go ahead and take the position to conquer. That's why I love the producer portion. Like, man, I'm sitting here to be I'm your biggest cheerleader. Because when you take over, I feel good.
That's why y'all
just. I'm gonna let you get to your night.
Don't get saucy. We've been holding you up. Yeah. I appreciate everybody that came out and been watching us and stuff like that. This was very interesting.
You in Atlanta? Where you say you was at? You was in Atlanta?
I'm in the ATL. Y'all come through. Slide through.
What part? Because people like such and such is not Atlanta. Where you at?
Oh.
I told you that's my.
I'm in the West End, honey. Okay.
Are you West End?
I'm in the West End.
Because we used to go in Atlanta. We still we used to go in West End.
So I'm walking distance from Slutty Vegan. I can get to the West End Mall in 8 minutes. I'm down the street I used to stay on, which is 3 miles from here, is where Outkast produced their whole album. I get my hair cut on Campbellton Road. I'm in the loop. I'm in 285.
Okay.
Like let them know.
Okay,
let them know you in Atlanta.
Oh no, I'm in Atlanta. Cascade. I'm off of Cascade. MLK.
Look, because Chantel's mother to kind of, Shalon's mother, she used to say what? 30 seconds.
She used to stay 2 minutes from the West End.
That's all West End is Atlanta.
30 seconds away from the Kroger's next to the D's. You know what I mean?
She 30 seconds from where? Say what?
30 seconds from the Kroger's and D's.
She was 2 minutes from the West End Mall. She was
we was right there. We was right there.
30 seconds from Spelman or whatever.
From Spelman, and you can hear we at the Mercedes Stadium. Like she stayed by the Mercedes Stadium. Like it was right there. So I'm definitely gonna tap in with you when we go out there.
Man, y'all come through, man.
We went in October.
Yeah.
We were out there in October.
Come back. Come on back.
Yeah.
Come on back. Come on back. I done gave y'all my social security number. I don't know what else we need to go through. We need to flip no man. What are you talking about? This is, and Natasha done approved of me, so I got a co-signer. I got a co-signer.
That's my dog.
You might be holding our ceremony when Chantel when I act right. I'll play.
Let me go through. Let me go through Sade chart again first. Let me go through the chart again. I ain't letting this anybody come up in y'all shit now. Since I done seen I got the numbers, I'm like, oh hell no, who's that? Who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Oh yeah.
Pause.
Like new people, especially new people with wrong intentions. Don't like them. No. Talk about your future,
We about to move to a new tax bracket, so it's gonna be tough to take on new applications.
Yeah, I like that prophecy. I'm gonna take that and hone into that.
Right.
I need that.
Right. And small-minded, man. Like, probably y'all done put yourself out of reach to like somebody just to walk up on y'all because y'all got a network, y'all got a think tank now. So That shit worth too much. I'm telling you, start making that podcast. I'm talking about 2 or 3 of them. Alex can have one by himself. Then the ladies can have one by themselves. And y'all can have all 3 of y'all on there together, all by y'all. I mean, by themselves. Y'all got 3 podcasts. That means every episode could have a sponsor. And y'all could go out and say, we're already in front of this many thousands of people. It's $100 an episode, and you must pay for 12 episodes at a time. So now you got somebody coming. You got 6 people giving you $1,200 just to be on one season, right? Because you can put 6 advertisements on one show. You can put 2 at the beginning, 2 in the middle, 2 at the end. So now you done got 6 ad spaces, just like when you listen to the radio. It's like, hold on for a second, we got to pay some of these bills. That's the same thing we're doing right now. So like,
and that's what I'm trying to teach him, because at the end of the day, that's why I really made him develop this whole show. Because at the end of the day, when they develop this whole show, I'm still taking on different interviews and different platforms to actually share non-monogamy, but still really bring back everything to speaking for the woman's perspective, and then picking up sponsorship. That's like a whole different other game. And then now that Instagram has actually put you in a place to where they develop, where you can actually show your progress of the numbers you actually made. We gotta have these conversations on the back channel, because there's a lot of studies that I do with the algorithm. But no, yeah, the brother, like, yeah, I'm trying to place everybody around me in a position where they can win. Look,
Go ahead and get saucy.
I'm gonna show you something on that too. I'm gonna talk to you about something with that too, because I have a brother that I'm talking to about that. Because the metaverse, when you go on with that, you go on metaverse.
bruh, I'm in the metaverse, bruh. I'm in.
Yes,
I'm in.
no.
Yeah.
And look, if people don't understand the property you could buy and how, yeah.
So it's been a pleasure speaking with you. And yeah, everybody that stayed tuned, I love y'all. Y'all don't even understand. Cause y'all give me hope to get started with what I need to get started with. Yeah, it's been a pleasure learning a lot with you, and just, I don't know, everything. I really appreciate talking to you. And you know, we definitely gotta go offline and talk to you about some business and some other shit. I want everybody up in their business, but you know, for the entertainment portion, y'all can come in. But for the, you know, the back office stuff, y'all
No
gotta
civilians.
stay
As I say, no civilians. No civilians. They'll need to be in that conversation.
Right.
Right.
Anybody else want to say anything? Because you know we gonna deuce out the roof up in this house.
Say amen.
And yeah, go get that bag, sis. Period, Natasha. I love you, girl.
All right, I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.
All right.